New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Fins Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process makes shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Fins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
What is up, everybody? How are y'all doing, man? It is another beautiful day in Zamunda. I hope y'all had a great weekend. This coming weekend is going to be the last weekend that we don't have NFL football. We're going to have some college football this weekend, but this is going to be the last weekend without NFL football. We have football coming next Thursday. And, of course, the Miami Dolphins will be playing in L.A. But before we get to that, listen, man, football season is upon us. What's that mean? Barbecue. And here we go. My man, get yourself a great apron. It's good material. We be cooking folk over here. My man, Lewis, it's a great apron, man. Go over here, check on the link at the finstailgate.com and get yourself a Cooking Folk apron. And speaking of which, it's football season. With busy schedules and if everybody's has a busy schedule, you know what I'm saying? So if you're having a barbecue or you want to make some soul food and have a birthday party that you want to make, a party that you're trying to get together and don't have time to cook, where this man comes in. Chef Jew Catering. 786-804-8096. Call him for bookings. He is in the Miami area. I guarantee you're going to get great food made from scratch. He has vast expertise in all kind of dishes. So hit my man up, Chef Jew. If you're looking to get your party catered, he will square you right away. And then another partner is Backroom Collections. Artwork for your man cave, your office, your business. Visors for your mini helmets. They give that nice pop, make them look legit. Give them a call. Go to their website, backroomcollections.com. Use the hashtag TFTG for your 10% off your first purchase. And then, of course, W Energy drink, where Calio Cream is my thing. Creamsicle, orange creamsicle. You hit that up, 10%. The link is in the description below. If you hit the link in the description below, it takes the 10% off automatically. But if not, use hashtag TFTG for 10% off. You're going to love it. All smash, no crash. And we have the lineup. We have El Capitan coming on tonight with Tobin from QWQAM. You got Cullen Ali coming up every morning with Top of the Tailgate. And, of course, Ali with of course, Ali has the Late Night XL Saturday, the Hype Show. Then, of course, you got myself and Lewis doing the Smoke Lounge and the Drive Time. You got KP with his Fantasy Saturdays. I was hosting this Saturday. Next fantasy football is coming upon us, and He will help you get squared away with your lineup. Of course, Crypto was on earlier today, and tomorrow, Tonk TMI Tuesday. And Tonk is going to be with me this Thursday as we call the Utah game. For my Florida Gators, will play the Utah Utes. What, like my man, what is a Ute? I have no idea what a Ute is. But before we get to the main, our guest in the back, we got Marino's Goat, Banana, Flavor J, John Featherline. What's going on? CJ from the Bills Mafia. How you doing, brother? Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Everybody, please make sure you're hitting the like button. It goes a long way. And of course, let's bring in the gentleman in the back, the OG, Mr. Color Commentary and King of the Stopping the Gaslight, Mr. Crypto. What's going on, brother?
Not much, Shake. How's it going? Real quick, a Ute is a Native American from the Utah region.
Oh, nice.
There was another tribe called the Paiutes, but the Utes were a Native American tribe in the parts of Utah.
It explains why they have the feathers on the Utah hat. Nice. Because the thing about it is, the thing about Utah is, let's be real. Nobody plays jazz in Utah, so I understand why they have
that's
Utah
blasphemy.
Jazz.
They play jazz everywhere,
except for Utah.
Jazz has always been played, Jake, buddy.
I think the only thing they play what's that, Mormon hymns or something like that in Utah.
Yeah,
exactly, Crypto. Exactly, Crypto. Two things you can find anywhere in the world, from Africa to the Philippines. Two things you can find.
Exactly.
Okay, what was it? Jazz
and polka.
No, and an Irish pub.
An Irish pub, yeah. Yeah, you definitely can find them, boy.
Man.
You find them all over Europe, not just in Ireland.
Marino's in Salt Lake, Utah. Hey, so Marino's Goat, are you a Utah fan? Marino's Goat?
Uh-oh.
Probably not.
Got some fans on board. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this Thursday, me and Tonk we're gonna be calling the game. That's why I got YouTube TV, so I could call the Florida games.
Okay.
I'm not gonna call all of them. I'm just gonna call the good games. You know what I mean?
Right.
So real quick, there's an old song about the Irish pub. It goes, there is one in Honolulu, there is one in Moscow too. There are 4 of them in Sydney and a couple in Kathmandu. So whether you sing or pull a pint, you'll always have a job, because wherever you go around the world, you'll find an Irish pub.
Okay.
Right now, Utah has Utah at 73% to win the game. So, like the next Saturday, they're playing McNeese. I'm not gonna call that game.
It's Facebook. We got Facebook user, whoever that may be, that may or may not be trolling. So we might want to check our news sources. Breaking news. All right. It is Monday. Usually we get news like that on a Tuesday, or a Friday. But if it's bad news, it'll be on a Friday.
Trust me. If that happened, I guarantee you, Ali will be breaking through the right now.
Yep. By the way, Shake, did we take care of this mention here?
No. Beastin 3. Welcome to YouTube, Beastin 305.
Yeah.
Appreciate you,
newest
brother.
Member of the Finns Tailgate. Appreciate you, buddy. Welcome to the family. And show everybody what you get, how great it is to be a TFTG member, man. Spread the love.
Yeah, according to Facebook user, deal is done.
Man, I would trust it if it was anybody but Facebook user. I mean, Facebook user can be kind of Facebook user-ish, you know? Just say. He's calling me by my name, so it's not just any old Facebook user. I apologize, Facebook user. The backstage and StreamYard only tells
By the
us
way,
Facebook user. It doesn't tell us who you are, so I apologize. I'm not trying to be impersonal.
Excuse me. That's my stove.
So,
Uh-oh, we lost straight money.
any cuts? Any cuts happen? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Any cuts while I was
No. Team cuts, Jake Money?
Yeah. Who got cut so far? Who got the X from Miami? Do you have an update on that list?
Not an update from before.
That's what I'm asking. Who so far who I didn't hear who got cut.
Oh, Aubrey?
Yeah, I got a list from El Capitan, but it doesn't include Malik Reed. So I don't know if we got full confirmation on Malik Reed. I think Malik Reed has been cut as well. And according to the last list that I had, I don't know if it needs updating or not. We got
James Blackman, yeah.
Here, I got you. Give me just a second. Where'd that list go from Capitan? Was that on a different message? Hold on. Where'd it go? Oh, hell. Now it's making us look stupid.
I got it right here. The Miami Dolphins announced they have released Gordon Christian, wide receiver Kiki Kunte, linebacker A.J. Johnson. They waived linebacker Mitchell Guide, quarterback James Blackman, Josh.
That's Mitchell Lakuda, for those who didn't hear that. Yep.
Josiah Bronson. Is that kin to Charles Bronson? Randy Charlton, Chris Coleman, Aubrey Miller, Garrett Nelson.
Hey, Randy Smith, Charlton, is he related to Taco Charlton?
Probably.
Could be.
Garrett Nelson, no relations to Leslie Nelson. Kidron Smith, James Tunstall, Jalen Tallman, and Jamal Woods. So
yeah, Jalen Twyman. Yeah, that's the guy that looked like a high school football player out there. No offense.
So
he's got some skills, but I'm not gonna lie, man. I honestly thought it was one of the players' kids out there.
Yes, and they also cut. They cut Jeff Wilson. They cut Wilkins, and they cut Raheem Mostert. Yeah,
they cut Jeff. No, come on.
No,
yeah. See, now Facebook user is getting all crazy. Sean, by the way, is his name.
Oh, I thought that was Pete. So, are you saying that this is happening right now?
Yes.
We're getting ran over by the steamroller.
Yeah, and you overreached with Raheem Mostert because I already know that Dallas wants him, so we would have traded him to Dallas.
Raheem Mostert. I think this running back room with Raheem Mostert is better than Jonathan Taylor.
My camera turned off on me for some reason.
Per sources. The running back room, I am satisfied with the running back room. Per sources. We got another stray cat coming for food.
Oh, shit.
I don't know, Shake Money.
Oh, there's three colors. Damn, there's two colors here.
Yeah, double color. Double the color, double the pleasure.
Yeah. Double the color, double the pleasure.
Double the color, double the volume. People are like, "Oh hell no! I'm gonna turn down my
That was
earbuds."
a hell of a stream last night.
Not gonna lie, I was sleeping through the whole thing.
Right.
It just so happened I was dreaming about the same thing, so the words matched up.
Right. It's like that happens to me when I fall asleep watching a movie, and I start dreaming about parts of the movie.
What's that?
Like if I fall asleep watching a movie,
Oh yeah.
and the words in the background of the movie start matching up with your dream.
Oh yeah. I've had that happen many times.
Hmm.
And you're pretty much dreaming. You're having a dream with the movie, pretty much. But it turns into your own version of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, do y'all ever wonder where I get my intelligence from? I purposely fall asleep with documentaries on in the background.
Oh, yeah, I do the same thing for wine. Now I do that with wine.
With wine.
Mm-hmm.
You have a drink before you go to bed.
No, I put on wine documentaries.
Yeah, there's no way better to learn than doing that, bro.
Yeah.
So
That would be the definition of osmosis right there.
Mm-hmm. I
So
believe in it.
this is the last weekend for I tell people, and this is the last weekend until the bye week where I won't have any plans. So or till we play. I think we play a Monday night game, so we can make a plan that Sunday.
What was that? Monday night?
Mm-hmm. We
Yeah,
have
I'm
a do.
already on record, Facebook user Sean. I would do it for a first round. I would have already given it up. I'd give them this year's and next year's first round. That's just me. Ain't my pick to give.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, damn right I would have. So
I would have already given a Dolphins fan the luxury of doing 24-hour streams talking about how this addition to the team will be.
I think fairly, if they're hell bent on getting a first round pick or a top day two. To be fair, I might give them my day two pick, my second round pick this year, which is not top, but maybe that with next year's first round. You know what I mean? But that's it. They need to stop fleecing me after that.
Oh, yeah. We have a tour.
we do have a tour. By the way, Texans released linebacker Christian Kirksey, which I hear
Who?
might be Christian Kirksey, which might be
Ain't
a
a bad
target.
one. That
A
ain't a
target.
bad one.
Yeah, he might be a target for Vangio.
Yeah. Where's he from? The Texans?
Yeah, Texans.
That might not be a bad one. Kirksey. That name's familiar, and you hear it a lot during games.
By the way,
So, Shayma, what's the deal with this Facebook user?
It's his name's Sean, bro. It just ain't telling us in the backstage who the name of the Facebook user. It's a flaw in StreamYard.
well, it depends. It depends on the Facebook, which Facebook they're going, because there's some Facebook pages where it'll tell you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. By the way, it is Sean, because I'm looking up at the Facebook right now.
Now that one right there. Okay, I mean, that one is actually plausible. Okay, now he's starting to speak some plausible stuff now. You know what I mean? Because then you're talking about, yeah, Wentz would slide right into QB2 with Skyler behind him, but would Wentz be willing to take a backseat to Tua? I doubt that.
Right. That's probably why he wouldn't come here.
And what, did they cut Wentz?
Wentz has already been. I think Wentz has been on the market.
No shit.
Or expected to be. I don't know. I thought he was already on the market.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
That should tell you right there, man. Money talks. Yep.
I don't think quarterbacks like that will want to back up Tua. I don't even think Jimmy Garoppolo will want to back up Tua.
Hey, if he's so injury prone, why not?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's true too. At least he know he has a shot.
Exactly.
I'll tell you who is a sneaky good play to grab if we wanted to, if we were so inclined. It would be Rashad Perriman just got released by the Colts. That ain't a bad wide receiver to bring in and kick the tires on for this system.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay saw fit to use him just fine in their Super Bowl run.
Mm-hmm. A little safety net for Tom Brady.
Good tall receiver, big, if I remember correctly.
Doesn't this seem like Christmas Eve when you're waiting to open up the toys?
Yeah.
I know, right? And you're kind of sure that you're getting that Nintendo, but there is a chance that you're not. And then your parents don't put it under the Christmas tree, and you open all your presents, and then you're like, they wait for you to get all fucking sad, and then they're like, hey, what's that there behind the curtain? You know what I mean?
Right.
My parents used to do that to us all the time when there was something that one of us really wanted. You know what I mean? Like,
right. What's that over there?
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's like you knew already they were going to do that because, why would they have not got me the Nintendo? I would have traded in every one of these other gifts for that. Like, come on. I know y'all are Santa Claus, so just come out with it and give me the goods, you know?
Right. Santa Claus.
Every one of us but our youngest sibling knew. So we all had to keep it up for her.
Well, the first thing to tell me that wasn't no Santa Claus, I immediately know that I was by me living in the projects as a little kid. There was no freaking chimneys. Told me that a reindeer cannot land his sleigh outside my 13-story window. He didn't know they fly, right? It was impossible for me to see a reindeer at that height, right?
Right.
I'm putting 2 to 2 together, like, there's no damn reindeer coming up at this damn window and sliding down a chimney that I don't have. What am I going to do? Gifts. That right there told me that there was no Santa Claus right there. Nobody else other than myself. I told myself what.
That and I see my mom buy the same presents. So.
Oh, bringing back something you already had. Yeah.
I used to sneak into my mom's room when I was a kid to see what kind of presents I was getting.
I knew my mom used to hide. One time she hid them behind a couch of furniture. And we was playing hide, go, and seek, and we jumped behind the couch, and it was all the toys that she bought for that year. Hiding right there behind the couch. I was like, wow. There they go. Yep.
Uh-oh.
What's that? Breaking news?
That's enough.
No. The Bears waived former first-round pick from Alabama offensive lineman
Dickerson?
Alex Leatherwood.
Oh, Leatherwood. Okay.
Was he one of Tua's offensive linemen?
I think he was. Yeah, he was.
Oh, my God. We haven't pulled this guy in yet?
No.
Yeah, the Raiders.
Two is probably like, nah, I remember him. Don't even bother. He's probably well, never mind. I won't
he
say
was.
it.
He was the tackle when it happened. So.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No. He was, as a matter of fact, he was the left tackle. Mac Jones' senior year too.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, by the way, Shake, remember what I was telling y'all backstage about the Ducks?
Yeah.
Look, they're just jamming out, bro. They don't even know what it is. It could be one of their own.
Huh. And no Ducks with the Devils.
They're just look. He's even cleaning it out of the flower pot, dude. Like all the stuff that was on top of the soil on the flower pot. He's like, yeah, give me that.
By the way, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the Insane Asylum. Let's get some people's thoughts.
So, in case the audience is wondering, somebody dumped something nefarious on top of my morning glory plant in order to send a message to me because I'm not the most popular guy in the neighborhood. And and I thought, I'm not going to clean it up, whatever. I'm not going to feed into all the stuff. And it's a morning glory vine, so it'll take over anyway. But lo and behold, the ducks come by and clean it all up for me. It's like, yeah, they're just going to town, just cleaning it. It's like the Langoliers, man. And whatever they leave, the ants will take care of. So whoever thought they were like gonna disappoint me or something or whatever, they don't realize it's like I got to let nature do the trick. I don't have to touch none of that, whatever it is.
Natures.
Hey, I dropped the link. Anybody want to come up? Let's chat. Let's talk about. Me and Crypto, we did a 53-man roster that will be dropping Wednesday. It's not going to be a premiere. It's just going to drop. Who was right? Who was wrong? We'll find out. I'm not gonna give any secrets away.
In retro, huh?
Yep.
So this is already in the books before any cuts were made.
Exactly.
That's what you'll be seeing tomorrow. All right, cool.
Well, Wednesday.
I bet Crypto was wrong already about 5 of them.
Not even. Maybe one. About that one, I'm almost certain that RB was one. That's it. Got 52 of them right. I'm batting like a 90-something%. Hey, did Take Money? Did Tua make your final roster?
Yeah, I think he did.
Okay.
We're supposed to give no secrets, man.
That's gonna be a secret, yeah. Find out if Tua made my.
Stay tuned. We're gonna let you know whether or not Tua made the roster.
I'm not gonna say yes. I'm not gonna confirm or deny, but find out if McDaniel made my roster.
What's up, Molly Mall? Have y'all called us for Mostert yet, or what? Let me know when y'all call us for Mostert.
Yeah.
Who, Molly Mall?
Man of the hour, of course. You don't know that. I didn't tell you nothing.
Gotta stay tuned.
By the way, this is my best friend, Man of the Hour Sports. He's like he's like a brother to me, and I haven't told you nothing. We spoke for a couple of hours, so. Yo, come on up, Man of the Hour. So you can talk about he's a Cowboys fan, so.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's a Cowboys fan. See, that's he's one of the reasons why I root for the Cowboys.
So is Molly Mall.
Yeah, and he's also a Seminoles fan. And okay, I'm not gonna root for that one. But no, I read your mind. No. I kept it close to the vest.
Did they give us schedule release video Has that been put out there yet?
What's that?
A video of our schedule release of all the teams we play. Like a video.
Oh, you like a video? You want to do one?
Yeah, did they do one this year?
I don't know.
I'm looking at the different teams. Do they schedule release video like they're
Oh yeah. Like they did like a whatchamacallit?
Hype video.
Yeah,
Hype video.
yeah, but it's just showing who they playing on the schedule.
Right.
Hmm. I'm looking at the Charger one. They got one out. Mhm. So, what week do they play the Bills?
It don't matter. We're beating them. So
Yeah,
we play in week 4 and week 17.
got a tour.
Week 4 and week 17. By the way, the games I'm going to be calling this year for the Florida Gators, I will be calling the Utah game, obviously, the Tennessee game. I'm not calling Charlotte. Kentucky, I'm not calling Vanderbilt. Of course, South Carolina, I'm going to be calling that one. Georgia, Arkansas, LSU, Missouri, and I'm definitely calling the Florida State game. So I'm only going to be taking off. Actually, Missouri, I don't know about Missouri, but whatever. Either way. So I'm only going to take 2 games off this, the Charlotte and the Vanderbilt.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we lose to fucking Vanderbilt, you're going to see me cry.
Yeah. You
What's
mean
going on, brother?
I mean, you're hitting rock
I'd
bottom.
cry if y'all lost to Missouri.
Yo.
Yeah.
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, man?
Hey,
Chilling. Mm-hmm. Decided to invade y'all space a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I'll be listening a lot. Though I'll be here listening to y'all.
Appreciate that, brother.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
You're a Bills fan, Jets, Patriots fan?
No, he's a
Cowboy.
Cowboys fan.
Cowboy.
That's my boy. That's a Cowboys fan.
So are you a Dacaneer or are you like off of Dak?
No. I ain't. That can go.
All right, cool.
He can go. 8 years to do that.
Has it been that long already?
Bruh, 2000. Yes, that.
God, I'm even more off Dak now, man. Jeez, get it together already, Dak. Jeez.
Dak is are you guys happy about Trey Lance coming and finally getting an opportunity? I'm saying by week 5 he'll be a starter.
I mean, I don't think he'll be the starter. I think that Lance is just there to let Dak know, like, this is it. You don't get us at least to the NFC Championship. What you here for?
Haven't y'all already done that with Dak?
We haven't. No, Dak only has two playoff wins under his belt.
All right.
He's 2-4, I believe, in the playoffs.
So he's basically Ryan Tannehill.
So he's getting the Tannehill treatment.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
By the way, nice to meet you too, Scummy. I appreciate you. Yes, this is a Dolphins channel and a Fuck Buffalo Bills channel. So,
yep, and there is always room for Cowboys fans because they are honorary Dolphin fans because they have kept the Bills trophy case empty.
By the way, have you seen the trophy case?
Twice.
Yeah.
2 times.
Exactly, twice.
Yeah.
2 times.
Trophy case.
It's weird. We kind of.
Although I'm a huge Stephen A. Smith fan, bro, I'm not gonna lie.
When you think about it,
he goes pretty hard at y'all Dallas fans.
Listen. I don't have a.
He don't even hate your team. He hates you all.
Hold on.
He hates them. He hates them. He don't hate.
No, he's always said he don't mind the team. He hates the fans, bro. That's what he is. He says.
Listen.
He says y'all will be 2-11, saying we're gonna still go to the Super Bowl.
Hold on, wait, listen.
Yeah.
He hates them. He don't hate me. He don't know me. He don't know me as a fan.
Oh, right. The fans on whole, right.
Yeah.
Right, collectively the fans, right.
Yeah, if he met me, I'm something different.
Right.
he probably would question me and be like, "What kind of fan am I?"
And just remember, as much as he might hate y'all, he must care because he doesn't say a word about the Dolphins. You know,
hey,
I'd rather him be hating on us than not saying anything about us at all.
Hey, Jerry already said that Stephen A is an undercover fan anyway. So,
hey, check this out. Did you hear what happened? My Super Bowl prediction, Joe.
Your Super Bowl prediction?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't here.
So, all right, all right. Here's gonna be my prediction. It's gonna be the Dolphins versus the Detroit Lions, right?
Uh-huh.
And right before the coin toss happens, Bill Belichick is gonna come in with the money, with the money in the bank.
Oh, he's
gonna be a triple. Yeah, it's gonna be a triple threat match.
Hell
for the Super Bowl.
Well, you better get Mac Jones together.
I could see him ending his career in Dallas, to be honest with you.
Who, Mac?
No, Bill Belichick.
I'll take him. Listen,
over
I'll
McCarthy?
take him. I'll take
over
him.
McCarthy? You kidding me?
Yeah, I'll take him over Mike McCarthy. I mean, him and Dak they both can leave together, if you ask me.
But you know what's funny? His actual dream job was to become head coach of the Giants.
Who, Belichick?
Yeah, that's his
I can see
job.
that too.
That's why he lost to him twice, huh?
Mm-hmm. You know what?
Future favors to be cashed in later. Yeah, I can see that.
But you know what? I think that's why he ratted out Brian Daboll. He's like, oh, by the way, congratulations, Brian. So Brian Daboll could get fired. He'd be like, oh,
yeah,
Brian Daboll,
yeah.
I'm gonna take that job.
Yeah. I remember that when.
Or maybe it was just to send a message to Daboll that I'm the one in control over there too.
By the way, Scummy, I have a question. Being that you're new to the channel, are you pro or anti Tua? You come off as a very pro Tua guy. Scummy does. Oh, okay. We got another. Hey, we got another Cowboy fan for you, man. So here we go. What's up, Molly Bond?
What, both of y'all come to escort Mostert over to Dallas or what, man? What's going on here?
Oh,
Nah, I got invited. He called. He sent me the link, so that's why I was.
What's going on, Po Pimpin? Since pimping.
Anybody still talking about any of y'all's pundits still talking about Mostert over there?
Is that Lewis?
No, not that I know of.
It's Lewis's worst nightmare and a Cowboy fan's worst nightmare.
We got two Cowboy fans and a Texan. What are we doing here, Shake?
No. You know what's funny is whatchamacallit isn't even from my boy. He grew up around the corner from me, so he's not even from Texas. My man.
Oh,
Joe.
right. Well, I'm talking about
what about Molly Mar? Where are you from?
I'm from Houston, Texas, but I live in Maryland.
Okay. What's up, Roberto?
What part of Maryland?
So
Man,
what are
right
you
up
guys,
the road from you, Crypto? Y'all could have a hot dog.
Yeah, what part of Maryland?
PG County, right here on Central Avenue.
Oh yeah, you're really down the road. I'm like in freaking Oxon Hill, right by the National Harbor.
Oh yeah, you like 10 minutes away, drive.
Right.
Hey, so
on the corner.
So you saying you can smell Crypto's hot dogs when he's grilling on Sunday?
Hell, you can hear him screaming.
Right.
I probably can. I'm good.
The man's right there with the ball. The man is right there with the ball.
Oh yeah, man.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, man.
You can't do that. I can picture Crypto yelling that. You can't do that.
Man, and Hour, no, we best friends except for one day a year when we're not friends.
Yeah.
Actually,
it's that Saturday when the Gators and the Seminoles kick it off.
Oh God.
Yeah, and also this year we're not friends 2 days out of the year too.
The only time I'm friends with a Gator fan.
We're not friends with Christmas Eve either. So
it's the only day I'm friends with a Gator fan when they're playing the Knowles.
Central Avenue, yeah, that's right down the street from my job, by my one of my stops in Burke.
Anybody in the Tampa area right now or no?
No. I'm on the West Coast, but I'm not in the Tampa area. I'm like in the Sarasota area.
Yeah, I'm in Clearwater. They got us in the evac zone right now, but I don't know if I'm leaving.
Because of hurricane, right?
Pretty bad over there, huh?
They expecting it to skirt you guys, or is it just because it's running up so close to the coast?
Yeah, they have it in the cone right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's hitting the Tampa area. So.
Oh, okay. So it did shift over like I thought it would from yesterday. I saw that northern track going into Alabama. I'm thinking, yeah, whatever. That shit's gonna shift over to the right.
It's gonna hit that armpit area, like
right. Exactly. Crystal River. I'm gonna call it Crystal River. It's gonna hit Crystal River.
Luckily, it's not coming in our area. So.
Yeah, I know.
Brooksville. I'll call it Brooksville. It's gonna hit. It's gonna make landfall just north of Brooksville. How about that? No man's land. No man's land, right between Brooksville and Newport Richey.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to tomorrow. I think. Esther, what do you think? What do you think so far? Are you on board? Are you on the JT train, or are you off it?
I would, after that preseason game, I think we need all the help we could get because there ain't no damn excuses if you can't execute. There are no excuses if you can't execute, not even with the second string, not even look good a little bit. I mean,
bro, and how is Mostert running into a brick wall, dude? Like, seriously, man.
You guys are falling for
run, Color.
Not just
run up the sideline. You didn't see it?
Not just Tua. I mean, I understand. Look, the Jags came out with this mindset. We don't give a damn if we display some of our playbook because it's all about execution. And so I feel like, you know, I'm just going to go and say it. I mean, I guess it's going to ruffle some feathers, but I feel it's a bit hypocritical of our coach to say last year, it doesn't matter if the other team knows what we're running, we still got to execute. We got to execute even when they know what we're going to run. Basically, you know, you want to be smash mouth, but you ain't showing me shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So last year, so I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't care if it was preseason. The shit looked horrible. It just always needs to look good. There needs to be some. Bro, look at the Jaguars, bro. I mean, bro,
look, our coach comes out and says, hey, Esther,
we look like shit.
Esther, our coach came out when he was asked if he about his thoughts on our performance in one practice or whatever. What did he say? He said, if you like average, if you're satisfied with average or whatever, then that was a great day or whatever, something to that effect. Remember that? And
yeah, no, we had the third most.
And then not a couple days later, they're saying we're perfectly comfortable with our running back room.
We had the third most rushing yards in preseason
on the market.
Right. Right.
Like, how do you reconcile that, bro?
No, but I don't care about yards. It needs to be peanut butter and jelly. It needs to be the yards with the passing. It needs to be driving. You know what I mean? It needs to look good.
Well, the thing about it is, that's the thing. When you do the comparison between Jonathan Taylor and Jeff Wilson and Mostert combined, Jonathan Taylor has scored one more touchdown than them on his 3-year career than they have in 12 seasons total.
Color, you're falling for Chris Greer's yearly fetish of fucking around with Dolphin fans and pretending he's interested in running backs high end. He does it every year. You get that report. Oh, the Dolphins going to spend a first-round pick on this back, blah, blah. It's like 5 years straight now. I think Chris Greer gets off on this. Like, I think
this is the right situation, though, bro, and as opposed to every other one we've faced. Secondly, he's fucked around with us with the wide receiver room, too, and he finally got Tyreek Hill. He fucked around with the DB room. He finally gets Jalen Ramsey. He fucked around with the pass rushing. He finally gets freaking Bradley Chubb, you know? And all of those guys have a star rookie or a star young guy that we've already proven to be a star to follow them up. Why wouldn't we do the same thing for the running back room?
Listen, I would have done the trade already but I'm conditioned to the point like I don't expect it to happen. That's just where I'm at.
I get what you're saying. You know, I just think that conditioning might need to be looked at a different way now because of the fact that what we've done. Like, so for instance, if you're talking about being all in for a Super Bowl and doing what it truly takes, they didn't say they were comfortable with the wide receiver room when we had Jalen Waddle, a rookie star. They didn't say they were comfortable with the DB room when we had Xavier Howard and were planning to, draft somebody they thought was a star. They didn't say they were comfortable with the pass rushing, with the edge rushers when we brought Jalen Phillips in, who is likely to be a star. Okay. And, I just don't understand why they would think the same thing about our running back room, as average as it is. Like, how can they literally be comfortable with that when they didn't say they were comfortable with those other key positions? It would be like putting your foot in the water for 3 key positions and then saying, because that's the ultimate play on the Miami Dolphins fans' heartstrings. It's not just the running back. It's, hey, we're showing you we're going to actually do it this time, but by the moves we've made for the past 2 seasons. So here we go. Our foot's in the water. We're fully on board, all in for the Super Bowl, and then we're just going to snatch our foot back out of the water?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. That's cynical. That is completely – it's almost to the level of sadistic.
I mean,
and if I didn't know who this man's father was, I would be probably a little shocked by it. But I'm not, because I know who the man's father is. And everybody else wants to ignore it.
I don't know. I'm just
blood ties, guys. Blood is thicker than a Super Bowl champion will ever be. Chris Greer's got Super Bowl championships
on all levels. Color. This is very disappointing, man.
You gotta listen to what I just said. Chris Greer has Super Bowl championships. When he goes home for Thanksgiving dinner and for Christmas dinner, he's sitting at a table with Super Bowl championship plaques behind his father. The fuck does he care if we win a Super Bowl or not? I'm asking the question right now. What the fuck does a Patriot care if we win a Super Bowl?
Well, you could say the same thing about a New York Jets owner, Ross.
But
well, how much have they won?
I don't know, man. I just think he gets. I've always said it since day one. I think he gets too much credit for making obvious picks in the draft. I mean, some of the shit he did just to get Jalen Waddle. I mean, they really need to move away and give away shit just to get Jalen Waddle, because we were already in position, right? If you wanted him, we could have got other players. We had like 3 picks in the first round. I don't know, man. Like, I just think he gets too much credit. I mean, you got Jalen Waddle, but everybody knew he was a top pick at wide receiver. You got Jalen Phillips. Everybody knew that guy. All you had to do is read scouting reports and look at tape, and you know that he's the top pick for D. He was the best DN coming out that year. His tape was better than everybody. So he makes a lot of obvious picks that I'm just like, dude, you should make that pick if you're at that position. And the year that we could have picked Jonathan Taylor, we came out with Noah Igbenogany and Jackson, bro. So, I mean, I don't know, dude. I think his leash is too long. I think that give him enough criticism.
I mean, I think the trading, I wouldn't have traded back up for Waddle.
Chris Greer's bravado in being able to bring Jonathan Taylor in here after making the mistake,
whiffing,
and end up having both of them on the freaking roster. That'd be like something to say. That'd be a big win for him too.
Like, I know why they traded up for Waddle at the time, but like, they weren't planning on losing that draft pick to tampering, right? Like, when you factor that in, like, it was a bad deal.
But they knew, they may not have been factoring the tampering in, but they knew what the consequences would be if they got caught when they took the risk. So effectively, they were spending that first round pick to be able to talk to somebody. They made the conscious decision that the risk was worth the reward, which means, if we would have got Brady in here and then later it was found out that we were tampering and we lose that pick, well, we just lost that pick to get Tom Brady. No big deal. So they went
them losing those picks was epic failure.
They went in fully understanding that they had thrown that pick out the window by attempting to talk to him.
Yeah.
You know, and all we want is them to take this pick and get a star running back. Is that too much to ask? No, I'm not asking you. I'm just saying, like,
no, I'm saying, like, if they didn't lose that pick, like, they for sure would have used it on one of these running backs. I feel like.
Yeah, and we're going to use that as a reason now to never get another star player because we missed that pick. Like, this could trickle down for the next 10 years if we let them get away with that.
It will trickle down to the next 10 years. It'll trickle down to the next 40 years.
Yeah, I mean, like, let's say Tua gets like another serious injury, like we're in our franchise is not headed in a great direction.
Yeah, that's the other thing. People are going to be perfectly fine with this running back room until one of them whiffs a block. Nobody even knew who Jesse Davis was until he whiffed that block and two of his ribs got broken. Mm-hmm. Nobody even cared about Jesse Davis until that happened.
And they all think it was on purpose too. Like, oh, he had him killed on purpose. I'm like, no.
Yeah, he took off the guy's helmet and beat two of his ribs with it.
Yeah, Connor Williams was getting away with them bad snaps, so the fans saw Tua get landed on that preseason. Now everyone's mad at him.
It was no big deal till then. It won't cost us a ball game. Nobody cares about that. They're just worried it costs us a quarterback.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, I don't think that preseason game. I don't think that was the intercept. The guy, it wasn't a pass. Completed pass. The guy only had 1 foot in the ground.
Oh, the receiver? No, that was a BS call.
Yeah, it was.
And that's fair, Bryson. You might have known it. Okay, but it wasn't nobody talking about it until that happened. It wasn't like everybody was out there, why is Jesse Davis playing? Nobody was saying that before Tua got injured. We just accepted it was that he was the money, where the money was at, and they weren't going to keep the money on the bench. It's business 101 in the NFL. I mean, even if the guy sucks, you don't keep the money on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
How is Flores going to justify to Chris Greer putting $4 million on the bench?
There's no justification for that, Colin.
Right, and Chris Greer is the one that made the goddamn deal with Jesse Davis. So what is Flores supposed to do? Made that case back when all this was going on, but everybody got to be in their feels and can't hear logic.
You know what's funny is like, hey, you know, how would you feel, right? And I'll put it into this. You like when you first started working with El Capitan. El Capitan's like, you know what? I'm gonna let you do your own show, right? And then 2 months later into your show, hey, by the way, you're gonna be co-hosting with this guy, whether you like it or not. And by the way, he comes in and tells you how to run your show. You're like, damn, I thought you said I could have no idea, but I think this idea will be, you'd be like, no, fuck this, I'm out of here, bro.
Right.
And I think that's what happened with they told him one thing, and then when he got the job, you didn't think we meant that, did you?
Right. And now you're the only one not collaborating. Well, maybe. What about? Wait a minute. So did he just not like put his 2 cents in because they fired him for lack of collaboration? Well, what about you collaborating with him?
Mm-hmm.
He's the head coach. I mean, isn't collaboration a two-way street?
Apparently not. Remember, teamwork is everything I tell you to do.
Exactly.
All right, but okay, like if you're the Dolphins, right?
Mhm.
What would you possibly like? Just thinking, like if we're projecting ahead, what would be the reason for holding the first round pick? Like, what are we targeting in the draft?
Our fans have suggested trying to find the next Jonathan Taylor in the draft instead of getting Jonathan Taylor. And what I'm trying to say is, okay, so now you're talking, okay, let's say we find him. First of all, are we going to get him 28th pick?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're projecting that we're going to be good, right, which would be our projection, we're going to at least be picking mid-high 20s, right?
Secondly, it's going to take us at least a year and a half to find out whether that's true or not, whether he is that guy or not.
So everyone's saying QB.
Jonathan Taylor didn't have his big breakout season until his second season, bro. So what they're telling me when they say go get one in the draft again is we're fine with that hole right now, which makes us, I arguably say, a lot harder with our chances than anybody else, okay, that we have to face. And, you know, we're supposed to wait now 2 more years to fill that hole. Like Tyreek and Jalen and all these other splashes we just made are still going to be the splashes they were 2 years from now. Like, really.
The way I see it is I think they're trying to give themselves an out already.
They have to be making this deal, man.
They have to. I think that's what I'm thinking. I think they're giving themselves an out already.
On Tua?
Hold on.
No, about by not getting a running back. So,
yeah, exactly. It's the built-in excuse for this year.
Well, for me, the only reason I see them holding the first round pick is if they feel that they might have to move off Tua next year.
That,
but to what?
Hold on. That and the special teams coach, Danny Crossman, he's going to be used as a scapegoat as well. I have that.
But my point is to what, though? What are we going to draft 28th overall as a quarterback next year?
No, they would try to package their next 3 ones or something to try to move up.
Instead of doing that now and almost guaranteeing yourself a bowl or an appearance, in which case, even if Tua ain't the reason, first of all, he would probably have to be if we get to the Super Bowl. And secondly, there's plenty of quarterbacks out there that are already established that would love to come here if we made it that far and still wanted to move off of Tua. We wouldn't have to go to the draft for a quarterback.
I mean, I'm with you. That's why, I'm trying to think from the Dolphins' perspective, why they wouldn't want to trade the one if they feel he's that player, right?
Well, that's the thing too. If we pulled a Jared Goff on Tua, right? Let's say if we get to the Super Bowl this year and we lose it, and Tua doesn't do us any, it's not his fault that we lose it. Let's say, okay, same situation as Jared Goff, and some quarterback that we know is better than Tua, even if he's not a star, comes in. We'll do the same thing that the Rams did to Jared Goff and win a Super Bowl the next year.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of quarterbacks that fit that role. Hell, Matt Stafford himself, for that matter.
Right.
I mean, I'm just trying to let's be real here. Nobody wants to see the Dolphins draft a tackle next year because we don't trust them drafting tackles, right? We have both of our ends, so you have your pass rusher. So, what would you be looking at realistically as the first round next year?
Yeah, not only that, but as far as drafting running backs go, instead of doing this with Jonathan Taylor, what running back have we drafted that's proven anything in the last 10 years?
Xavier Howard's replacement, maybe.
Jared Dokes? Zakondre White?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe corner for y'all.
Lynn Bowden?
Since Howard is getting on the upper end in age.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe corner.
Well, we got enough life left in Jalen Ramsey to check to make sure to see if Cam Smith is the next up and comer. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they hit on Kader Kohu too, so they don't have to gamble on corner next year's draft.
Mm-hmm. Unless there's a star and a known day one star, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean if there's another Jalen Ramsey in the draft, freaking hell yeah, get him. Sure it up for another 10 years, you know what I mean? But I really think that Jalen Ramsey, I think that there's other people have made the comp I really think the guy is just as good as Neon Dion, and I really think his career trajectory can be equitable to that. And you know, he would, to me, we got him right when Dallas did. If you remember Neon's career and where he was at when he got to the Cowboys, you know, people were really questioning, can he do this now a third time with a third team? You know, and he certainly did. You know what I mean? So I ain't worried about Ramsey. I think he's a star still. I think he's still got plenty in the tank, barring any, you know, other major injury.
Yeah, Ramsey's good. We got Javon Holland back there. Brandon Jones. Who do you guys think, Brandon Jones or Elliott is going to be the starter?
Well, didn't Elliott get hurt?
I don't know which one's healthy is the problem.
I think Elliott got hurt enough to go on the pup, I think.
That position is looking like a hole on a roster due to health right now.
The strong safety?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think we have a linebacker athletic enough to fill the role.
Jerome Baker.
Yeah, maybe, but he really. Mr. Owned by every type of receiver there is, from wide receiver to tight end to freaking fullback, you know.
Because he's the size of a big, strong safety, unfortunately. But yeah, he can't cover.
He is a tweener, but he can't do neither. That's why I don't like tweeners. If you're a tweener, you can't do neither.
Yeah. My man Greg, shout out to you, Greg. Elliott. By the way, man, tomorrow, my man Larry K will be back, and I'll be his sidekick tomorrow. LG shaking the panel, 7:00. So.
And what's up with Higgins? Do we just abandon that whole experiment?
No, I think he's gonna make the roster. I hope.
Well, I know, but are we like sending him back to wide receiver?
I'm curious to see what our actual tight end depth chart is going to end up looking like at the end of this. Like, I would love to get the guy to Georgia next year, but we're not going to draft high enough to get him.
I mean, bro, if you drafted a guy like Julio Jones or Megatron today, right? How would you hide the fact that that's what you got? You'd immediately claim, oh, we're making this guy a tight end and blah, blah, blah. And now everybody forgets about him. And then we debut him like in week 4 as a wide receiver like Megatron or Julio Jones. And he just destroys everybody because of his size.
Yeah, Brock Bowers will be definitely at least a minimum like a top 10 pick. So I don't see any feasible way we'll get him next year, but that would be a nice addition.
Yeah. Megatron.
We got somebody back here.
Megatron's retreat.
What's going on, Greg? Hey, you finna be there tomorrow? 7:00.
I don't think so. I might be working.
Okay.
These fucking assholes. I might try to make it at work, but
I'll send you the link if you just in case you want to come in during your break or some shit.
I mean, you know, them assholes that pay you to work, you know, they're such dicks, man.
Yeah, they charge me Tuesday.
How dare they?
How dare they?
So what's going on, man?
Is Jonathan Taylor a Dolphin yet? Because I got this song ready to go.
Not yet. Taylor, no.
Oh, we already got the nickname, Jonathan Taylor.
Hell yeah.
Get that cop ready before someone takes it.
Are we buying that there's a second team negotiating with the Colts, or we think this is just like them trying to get more?
Now, I don't know about currently. Currently, I don't buy it, but this is the whole thing, bro. There was 2 articles that came out that have still not been refuted or debunked, okay, early on, that said that there was 3 offers from 3 different teams, one being the Dolphins, one being the Bears, and the other being a team I can't remember. And that the
Broncos.
Colts favored the Dolphins deal out of those 3 deals.
Yeah, the thing I saw that was eye-opening to me was that it said all the teams were like willing to extend Taylor at market value. So if that's the case, I'm not really sure what the holdup is then.
The holdup is, I personally believe, is that, you know, it's a matter of how much can they fleece us on the way out. They set this arbitrary deadline, which everybody knows at that point. Nobody's ever the standoff. Okay, the stare down is going to go until that deadline. Once that deadline was set, that was the purpose of setting that deadline, because it's arbitrary. It's not really a true deadline.
I'm gonna be
But
honest.
it was set to say we're in a stare match, and this stare match ain't going to end at least till Tuesday. That's what that says to me. And the stare down is, how much can we fleece the Dolphins on the way out? We all know the deal is going to be done. We all know they're going to up it to the point where we have to accept it. What can we do on the way out? So then they put out little messages like, there's these other teams, or another one is, oh, now we're thinking we don't want to trade him to an AFC team. We'd rather trade him to an NFC team, and this and that. And that to me is Miami on Tuesday returning with that by saying, okay, here's next year's 7th. Can we get the fuck out of here? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I see the holdup being, is that they're just waiting to see how much Miami comes back that they can fleece us with. You know what I mean? Like, on our way out the door. I personally think it's at the same point that the Aaron Rodgers deal was with the Jets, where everybody knows it's going to happen, and Aaron Rodgers is still putting things out there like, oh, this other team is talking to me or whatever. You know what I mean? Or I need this or that weapon or whatever. And y'all know the deal's going to happen. And sure enough, it did. Hell, he even gave back some of the money after the deal happened so they could get weapons. You know what I mean?
My question is, does this muddy the water? Like, let's say that this trade does happen. Does this muddy the waters with Wilkins because he sees the team spending a high pick and then extending this guy to big money when he's trying to get money himself?
Honestly, I think if they were going to sign Wilkins, they would have done it right after they did Sealer. I think they're going to franchise tag Wilkins at this point and run the same model they did on Gesicki. Let him test the market next year, and if he gets it, he gets it. If the Patriots want to pick him up, the Patriots can have him.
Here's what I think is happening. I think right now there's 2 teams. I think what's going to happen is the Colts are trying to get a first because they're fucking dumbasses, and they're going to be holding out until around tomorrow, hoping this other team gives them the first, and then I give it to 2 o'clock. They don't get it first, and the Dolphins will have the best offer. Then there'll be a pistol showdown back in the Western.
And now they could always just take their ball and go home, but the thought is that they would look really stupid and bad to everybody in the NFL and the world and all that stuff.
Yeah, also.
And Irsay's already riding on thin ice with the with his the way he is, you know, a la Daniel Snyder-ish.
Also, the coach can wait till the trade deadline to trade Taylor.
Yeah, but if Taylor doesn't want to be there, is he going to sit out until the trade deadline? I mean, that's the question. I doubt he will.
He got to play. He got to play.
Do that.
He has to play. If he don't play
he'll
this
be
year,
fined $41,000 a day.
Yeah, he'll be still under contract with the new rules, new NFL law, new NFL rules. If he sit out this year, he will still be on the contract for next year. So he has to play this year, either way you look at it.
Yeah.
He plays till week 8 and gets traded by, I'll say March 9th, 2024, he'll be a Dolphin.
Yeah, but
and this to me is what makes it different this time around for the gentleman that asked about Chris Greer and his track record with running backs. The bottom line is we're not trading the Colts for the man. We're trading for the contract. We're dealing with the man when it comes to money. Okay? And the fact of it is, whatever we do with the man, yes, we are gonna renegotiate. We are gonna give him an extension right away. That's what he expects. That's what he demands. That's what's gonna happen. However, we are still gonna have the player that the Colts have on his rookie year, in his rookie contract. That will now be our contract.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so anything we do to extend him is not going to go on this year's books. He is on the books this year for $4.5 million. Bottom line. You're talking about rookie control on a player, regardless of whether we have to give him an extension or not. We're coming to that table as the team that has his rookie contract, not the Colts anymore. That's what we're trading for. We're not trading for Jonathan Taylor. We're trading for that contract for this star player who is proven to be a star in the 3 seasons he's played in the NFL. You're not going to get that out of a rookie that you spend a 28th overall pick on. Even if you did, that's not coming for 2 years. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor came out of the gate firing strong. Sure, he had a great rookie year, but it was still average. So even if you get a star running back in the draft, his first year is going to be average. That means we're looking at 2 years before he makes a difference on this squad. Y'all think this squad's going to have the same names on it 2 years from now?
Nope.
Well, that's the point here of going all in. And to go all in on 3 key positions and then leave the other one, the 4th, and pull your foot back out of the water. That's what we're looking at here. If we don't get Jonathan Taylor, I can say it. That's all. I've held that same take from the very beginning of this whole freaking thing, and I've never wavered. Imagine if a college put a player out in the draft, you're picking 28th, and it's your turn. You're on the bubble, and you got a chance to draft a star running back who has already filled out all his HR paperwork, who's already filled out all his tax paperwork, who's already got settled in a home and understand what it's like to be a millionaire in the NFL. Okay, all of that's done. Player ready-made, not just day one starter. Ready-made NFL player, and you're sitting there at 28. You're telling me you're not making that pick? You're stupid. You're just stupid.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to break it down to ad hominems, but it gets to a point where I've said it so much that if people can't understand that simple logic, you're just stupid. And if you're telling me you're not going to use that pick for that right there, you're lying. The Giants used their first overall pick. What did they pick that year? They picked Saquon Barkley.
Was it 1 or 2?
I thought it was either or. I thought it was 1, but it could have been 2. It was their first overall pick at like 1 or 2, whatever it was, went to a running back who still hasn't made a difference for their team. Regardless of whether he's proven to be a star and earned his contract and all that, he has not done anything to enhance that team whatsoever in their chances of winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I'm not supposed to use a 28th overall pick for a guy that proven to be on our roster?
It's a little weird because, you had 2 running backs behind the draft this year, too, right? So, clearly there's value. GMs are valuing running backs, but they're also not at the same time.
He was a second overall pick. Hey,
I'm just valuing the work that in the logistics involved in acclimating any player to the NFL. That's got to be worth something in the draft.
Hey, what was Dak? Where was Dak picked? What number was he picked? Do you remember?
Second.
Dak Prescott?
Yeah, he was the second
Hell,
pick.
I don't even know. 4th round?
No, he was the first. He was the first pick, first round pick, because Dak was picked fourth in that same pick in the fourth round in that pick, I believe. Molly Ma, you remember Molly Ma?
Who you asked about?
Dak. I mean, Ezekiel Elliott. What was his overall pick?
The fifth overall pick. He was drafted number 5.
Okay.
Put it this way. Jonathan Taylor was drafted 41st overall. Okay, that's what? 9 picks into the second day. And you're telling me that if you told the Colt, if you told the 40th pick, whoever it was that draft, that this guy was ready-made for the NFL and already acclimated and proven to be a star, you don't think they're going to jump the Colts right there? You don't think somebody in the first round would jump all of them?
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you who would have at 28th overall would have been somebody like the Patriots. Now you say, Color, well, why didn't they do that then? Because they had no idea. Now we know he's a proven commodity. It's got to be worth something. It's like drafting with 20/20 hindsight. I mean, you'd have to be a complete moron not to make this pick.
Damn.
And I'm sorry if anybody honestly believes they have reasons to not do it, but don't bring up the money, because we're not talking about the money. We're talking about the deal with the Colts in particular. We can't even talk about the money till we get through the Colts. And from what I understand, in another report that was never debunked, was that the Taylor and the Dolphins have already agreed to terms on money.
Yeah, that's the report I was talking about. Yeah.
What's going on, Dolphin Thirsty? How you doing, brother? I was just talking about how you're gonna be on this. You're gonna be our guest this Wednesday at 6:00, man. I'm looking forward to having you on. Here we go.
Have they said when they plan on traveling to the Chargers?
I don't know. I'd get over there now and hold the rest of camp there, man. Are they even practicing this week, or do they get a week off? Are they even practicing this week, or are they taking the week off?
I think that I don't know.
I know for Dallas,
I'll be right back, Shake. I gotta take a phone call.
What's up, Papa Paul? How you doing, brother?
Good. Good.
Alex Renee Diaz, what's up?
Yeah, I had my first 4-hour show this
What's up, guys?
I agree. Too. Austin Jackson. What's going on?
No, go ahead. Read the comment. My bad, Shake. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. No, go ahead, brother. What's on your
mind? I was
man?
just gonna say that real quick. It's not that important. I'm just saying, did y'all hear what Mike Evans said today about Tua?
Dolphin Thursday, Papa Paul, no song, no C.
Yeah,
well, what did he say? What was his comments?
So Mike Evans was on the was playing Fortnite with Tyreek on and they were live streaming, and he goes, y'all got some good down there in Miami. Tua is very underrated. Tua is one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the NFL. So I was like, yeah, all right, that's all.
You should fire. He should be fired from the league.
He said that to Tyreek.
Yes. What does he feel about Baker? I guess he doesn't believe in Baker.
I'm calling for the job.
I don't think nobody believes in Baker. Honestly,
I do.
No, we're talking about Baker Mayfield, not Jerome Baker.
Baker's he's like an average quarterback. He's not special, but he's not trash. I don't think he's like. But I guess if you want a quarterback, you don't want like just average. But
yeah,
Baker's all right. Baker Mayfield's
Baker
all right.
is Baker is the way much better version than Johnny Manziel.
Yeah,
that is true. That is true.
If Johnny Manziel wasn't a party dude, that's what you got. You got Baker Mayfield. You would have had two guys of the same, basically, caliber if Johnny Manziel wouldn't have just played himself out of the league.
Johnny Manziel.
Oh, yeah. Hey, by the way, man, Tobin is going to be gracing the Fins Tailgate with his presence tonight at 9:30, man, with Capitan. It's going to be a hell of a show tonight. So
I probably won't be on. I got to get ready for this storm still.
Oh, that's right.
Papa Paul, stay safe, bud.
Yeah.
Stay safe, man.
I'm having problems getting my generator cranked up, so.
Hey, so is this what I'm hearing? The truth that Buffalo is now involved in this Jonathan Taylor thing?
No, I haven't heard anything about that.
I heard the Broncos is though.
Bronco.
Huh?
Yeah, the Broncos love collecting running backs, huh?
The Broncos came out and said last week that they weren't going to trade for Jonathan Taylor.
They probably not, but I saw it today that they got some interest all of a sudden.
Dude, that won't be the first time the Denver Broncos undercut us to get a running back. Remember?
Right. The one
year.
To tell you the truth,
Javonte Williams.
Speaking of Javonte Williams, if they're going to trade for Jonathan Taylor, I would trade for Javonte Williams. Honestly,
they'll probably keep both. You know, and them because think about it. You look at Alvin. Remember, he had Alvin Kamara and Ingram, so he'll use two backs. Remember, in the Saints, that's Sean Payton's MO.
Yeah, Latavius Murray and Alvin Kamara.
Mm-hmm. And who's the other one?
Yeah, Ingram left and went to Baltimore.
Mark Ingram left. Yeah,
he left and went to Baltimore, and then that's when they start using. That's when they got Murray.
Mm-hmm. So far, I'm looking through my feed line. Timeline, and I can't. I still can't see. I still don't see Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, there's
all the tweets.
I haven't seen anything out there.
Think you turned off your tweets?
No, I have them on.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you might have to turn them on.
Refresh. Well, X now, right? It's X.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, I hope you stay safe over there, Papa Paul. This storm is coming.
You don't have a dual power generator or tri-power generator?
I have a 5,500 watt generator, but I haven't used it in like 4 or 5 years. I have no need to use it.
Both gases, propane and regular petroleum.
No.
Yeah, because when Hurricane Ian hit, it didn't hit you hard, right?
No, wind, some rain. You know, we haven't had anything here since it was about 5 years ago, I guess.
I'm blessed. I gotta start my.
We had power out for almost 2 weeks where I'm at, and if power goes out, it'll probably be about the same amount of time because we're out in the boonies. And
yeah, when a Hurricane Ian hit us, we were out. We had no power for a week. For a week, we were out Wednesday, and we got our power back on a Wednesday. So, Robert Valdez, you're in you said you're in the evacuation zone. So
Yeah, I'm in Clearwater.
Yeah, I'm inward in Brooksville. I'm not in a flood zone at all, but we got enough trees around us that can cause some damage. So because I mean, we're not going to know where that thing's going to hit until tomorrow, really late tomorrow, and then it still can change. It always does.
Yeah, I remember Andrew. They had it missing Florida completely. All of a sudden, it stops on a dime and just destroys Homestead. So it's like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, you look at Hurricane Charlie, said it was going to come up the West Coast, and then all of a sudden it made a right turn right across the state.
Well, that's how it was with Ian too. Yeah, but the thing about it is, the day before it made that turn, it didn't make that turn. So,
but you look at also Hurricane Michael. Oh, it'll be a 1, maybe a 2, and it turns out to be a Category 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I was up there for that because I had to go up and board up some buildings, and then up there for cleanup and stuff. And that was like a disaster area.
According to Lewis, the homie Lewis, there's a rumor that Wilkins might be asking for a trade.
Well, rumors are rumors.
Yeah, like I was telling you, he's gonna be mad if they trade and then extend Taylor. Like Wilkins gonna be so mad if that happens.
Yeah, I'm scummy.
Well, it's they said they haven't come to an agreement, and is it Wilkins that's not happy with it? Is it his agent that's not happy with it? I mean, I know we're not happy with what they want, but
by the way, your watch where you're gonna be watching the away games, it's gonna be Old Glory Days.
Glory Days.
Yeah.
Glory Days, right there on 50, just about a mile or so west of the Citrus Parkway or 589 Toll Road.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. There's one in Brandon. There's one in Fort Myers.
Yeah, but mine's up in Brooksville.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm going to Dolph Freaky's watch party, and I want to go to one of yours as well. So
okay,
do boots on the ground. And according to this GPS, wow, it's 2 hours from me, but not bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I used to I drive 3, 4, 5 hours for different things. So,
and I'm sure you got to drive 4 hours for games, right?
4.5 minimum
for the stadium, right?
Yeah. It's 4.5 minimum, depending on the traffic. I've driven. It's taken me 6 hours when traffic got real bad.
On the turnpike, yeah.
Well, I don't always take the turnpike. My GPS will give me the quickest route at the time, and sometimes I'm going down 75 and across Alligator Alley, and other times it tells me to take the turnpike. And I've had no problem lately on the turnpike.
No.
Dude, I hate that the Dolphins close off the turnpike exit at the end of games for like the majority of the fans.
Let me welcome my man. Oh, never mind. DD left.
Came and gone.
Y'all fellas have a good one. Y'all be safe in Florida. I gotta get to work.
All right, brother.
Yeah, I had my first 4-hour show today, Shake.
Yeah, I stopped. I was the Facebook user, by the way.
Yeah, I figured that out when I saw the Higbenogany and Go Gators. I know exactly who was there. But I guess we haven't cut anybody else except for the first 20 so far.
Yeah. So, yeah, pretty much Aubrey Miller was the only surprise cut. To be honest with you, I thought he was.
Yeah,
I thought
well,
he was going to be
Aubrey
a
Miller.
shooter.
I wasn't sure about Uvalde though. Thought he might have been. They'll probably sign him to the practice squad as well as Aubrey Miller. How likely do we get Taylor? Richard Clavel is asking. It's a 50-50 chance. I mean, right now, I don't see.
It's all good, Day. But go ahead.
I don't see us not getting him because, first of all, he doesn't want to play for the Colts. If the Colts don't trade him, he's going to sit out a year. And the last I know is the Colts themselves said we had the best offer.
B21, we are no. Listen, man, put some respect on my man Noah is him Benogany, please. Noah's Ark. He is a part of the ark, baby. Well, what is that? What's the saying? Crypto, get on the ark or die in the flood.
That's right.
JC says JC doesn't think they're going to be pulling a Le'Veon Bell.
Don't get on the ark, you're going to drown.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to drown. It's right there in the word. It's right there in the word.
Mm-hmm.
So, Stephen D, are you listening?
So, Glory Days, what kind of food they have there?
It's
just bar food.
Yeah, it's bar. They have a little bit of everything. You know, all your typical bar food, burgers, all kinds of sandwiches, salads. I would say Glory Days is a better class of beef O'Brady's.
Okay, I got you.
You know, that kind of food and stuff, but a lot better class, I think, really.
I got you.
And they have a ton of TVs there, so you're not missing any game. You know, we'll be set up on the patio most of the games unless we get a bigger crowd.
Mm-hmm.
But for beginning, you know, this will be our first real watch parties, and starting off, we'll be on the patios, and there'll be decoration. We'll be having raffles, and, you know, depending on how bad this storm is, the first couple of games, all the money might be going towards just helping the community around here and stuff. I got to get up and get going at sunrise to go do some sandbagging on some DaVita dialysis.
Mm-hmm. I guess that Glory Days, is that owned by Bruce Springsteen or something? Must be like
I know. That's a chain. I don't know if he has anything to do with it or not.
The boss, Bruce Springsteen.
Mm-hmm.
No, not like that.
Oh man,
we're gonna be all dancing in the dark if we don't think we get Jonathan Taylor. Bruce said that. We're dancing in the freaking dark.
I truly think if we don't get him, someone else is going to get him. You know, just because where he's going to sit out a year, one of the two.
Yeah, you gotta pick your poison. So,
playing a video game?
No, like I said, we're on Jonathan Taylor watch, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, he'll be here within the next 24 hours, I would say.
18 hours.
If anything goes down, I think it's going to be like 2 or 3 hours before the deadline. So around 1 p.m. is when I think you're going to find out most of it.
Yep. But one thing people got to realize, remember, the trade deadline is week 6, so we have time to trade for him. Ideally, we want to trade him before then.
And even though they have this deadline, and people are gonna be like, "But they said they only had till Tuesday." I think what they mean is they only had till Tuesday 4 p.m. to have a trade package on the table. It doesn't necessarily have to be completed by that point.
Yeah, it's because 4 p.m. he's going to be on the PUP list, but part of the 53-man roster.
What's up?
Yeah. And I just came from a Colts podcast, by the way.
Yeah.
If you guys want to check them out, Horseshoe Huddle. And there's a guy named Drake there that's been in the spaces, and I was listening to what they had to say. They said that so far, Miami has been the only one that seems to be making offers, at least being the most active bidder. And the last bid, they haven't said no to. So that's what they said on their channel.
Yeah.
But as someone said before, none of us really even know what the bid was. So.
Does somebody having a Darth Vader effect? I hear Darth Vader in the background. That's Crypto. Crypto, are you in the bathtub with the water running? That's what it sounds like.
That's not me.
Yeah, that is you.
That is you.
Actually sounds like you're pressure washing your sidewalk right now.
That's not me.
It was.
It was.
There's nothing there now, but it was you.
Maybe it was a background or something like that. Who knows? But it was coming.
My house is totally silent.
We're just saying, though, you're the only one. Everybody else is on mute, and then you're the only one who's making the noise. That's what we're. So.
That's somebody else in the background. TV.
Probably.
You're hearing the TV or something like that. But that's not mine. My TV's on mute.
No, it wasn't a TV. It was like a suction sound.
We got no power trees or nothing power going. I don't know where that service was.
Are you sure you weren't pressure washing the sidewalk?
You ain't pressure washing nothing.
Is that Raheem Oster? What's going on, Raheem Oster? How you doing?
What's up, y'all? What's good?
Are you gonna be QB1? Are you running back 1?
Yeah, fuck this Jonathan Taylor stuff.
Okay.
Excuse my language.
Get this guy off the channel, man. Just for that comment.
I know who. Yeah. That was Alex. Everybody knew that.
I know. I was messing like as if I was talking to Raheem Mostert. Was this a joke?
Yeah.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
Hey, that was Raheem Mostert on there.
Yeah, sure.
How do you guys know it's always me, man?
I'll let you on a secret. The StreamYard reveals your identity.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. Yes, it does. And also your little comment below your name, you didn't change that the last time. That's how we knew it was you.
Oh my God. I don't know, man. I was looking on Twitter earlier and I saw, that's why I asked you, Shake, about if Buffalo's in the mix for Jonathan Taylor. Because somebody put up there that Buffalo's a mystery team trying to trade for him.
Yeah, but
and there's about to be a bidding war.
They have nothing to give. I guess they probably have to be one of the ones because you know what? This is their window. Their window is this actually. Here is a live look at the Buffalo Bills window right now of Super Bowl.
Sorry, we're close.
Look, I'm my biggest fear that it is Buffalo, but talking to some of my Colts friends, they don't think it's Buffalo. To be honest, it is an NFC team.
Yeah, I've only heard us and then possibly 2 other NFC teams.
But Taylor wants Miami, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He wants Miami, right?
Because Chicago was going to be in there, but he already told them he's not
He
playing.
told them no. Yeah, he told them no straight up. The one
Yeah.
team I'm kind of afraid of, and even though I'm not afraid of them
Russia.
because I think they're a rebuild project, to be honest. But the one team that I think that it could be in on the horseshoe, they kind of brought it up and they said they could definitely maybe be that team, the Rams. And
Why would
it's because
Yeah,
they
went out on his own.
they have some
He can stay
history.
out there.
They have some history a little bit technically with the Rams because what's his name? Matt Stafford, prior to going to the Rams, the Colts, they believed they were going to land Matt Stafford. And then here comes the Rams out of nowhere and grab it. So he thinks
What kind of weird stuff is that, bro? What kind of correlation is that, man?
Well, that's basically the history behind it because I guess the Colts were really in on Matt Stafford before the Rams did it. So that's basically the premise. What they think that's one of those teams that could swoosh in and grab them. They have been the most quietest, but they have.
Now, how could Ali answer
Mm-hmm.
this question for me?
Yep.
How could a team that went all in on the Super Bowl and overextended themselves with their cap, how are they able to afford a Jonathan Taylor right now?
The same way that we're going to
2 years removed from their Super Bowl.
The same way we're going to afford Jonathan Taylor. The same exact premise. The money is
So can we finally end that stupid talk about where these people all think that they know what the hell they're talking about with the cap and all that?
If the team really wants a player, they'll make it happen. There are ways to do it. That's just basically what it comes down to.
You know, so another thing is this dude brought up the Wilkins thing. Now, if Wilkins wants more than what Simmons and Lawrence got, then I'm sorry, guys. I'm not all for that.
From my understanding, they offered him a similar deal, so that's basically where it's at.
Marcelo Jacques just also said that you're right. They did offer him a deal, but he wants to reset the market.
I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
Who wants to reset the market?
Christian Wilkins.
Shit.
He wants to. That's what Marcelo Jacques said. Reported.
Hey, listen. If resetting the market is 17 million, I'm all for it. Reset it.
Yep.
But they're offering them 13.
No, the market was set by
By the way, people don't know this, but
you sound so far from your phone, bud.
What? What you say, Alex?
You sound so far from your phone.
I
sound muffled. You sound muffled.
Yeah, muffled. You sound muffled. I found out today Christian Wilkins leads the league in removing towels from his opponents.
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Hey,
that's another stat that you can't put a price on, bro.
What up, everybody?
He also leads
how
the league
much
in
do you put a
crotch
price on
grabs.
that? How much do you put a price on that at Capitan? Christian Wilkins leads the league in removing his opponent's towel.
I don't think so. Christian Wilkins ain't gonna leave any dollars on the table for no reason. This holdout talk of Christian Wilkins, I don't think that'll happen. Maybe he could ask for a trade, sure, but I don't see him as that guy, to be honest with you. This speculation of the Rams, I think that's bullshit. I think that's coming out of the Colts camp as a threatening thing to the friggin' Jonathan Taylor, just a needle in his eye because they want to stick him on a team. The Rams are a team literally selling their friggin' shoelaces to scrounge up money for next year and rebuilding the team. They're not going to trade for a running back. That's fucking stupid. It's so much fucking misinformation idiots running around right now. I wish I could just beat the hell out of everybody. It's driving me nuts, bro. It is. It's just driving me nuts. It's pretty cut and dry, ladies and gentlemen. I've said it for 3 days straight now since Friday night when I was told it. It is Miami's race to lose outside of a dark horse sitting, waiting in the wind, and Jim Irsay saying, you know what, we're going to trade him to this NFC team that's going to go nowhere with his addition for a lesser price or an equal price than what the Dolphins are going to give us, and not give us a chance to add more to it to win the bid. That's it, bro. What is it?
Oh, goddamn, it's coming.
Oh, what? You know what?
I have on good authority. I actually believe that.
That is not a lie. So that's actually a fact. So
Yeah.
I'm over the nonsense, fella.
I think you're right, Cap. I think Miami's the only one that's involved. It's just the Colts that are trying to blow fire up the ass of Chris Greer.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I
mean, look, I'm in too deep. I already made the call, Ollie. I mean, I'm not Associated Press or Reuters or anybody. I ain't got no obligation. I made the call. I made the call. Jonathan Taylor will be a Miami Dolphin.
Listen,
I'm not
Jonathan Taylor has come to an agreement with the Miami Dolphins, according to color commentary breaking right now. I'm calling the race.
You're not saying stop the count?
Nope, I'm that news network that if I'm wrong, I get egg on my face, but I still become rich. So, look, I'm not the AP, I'm not Reuters, but I am calling the race, man. Color commentary is calling the race. Jonathan Taylor is a Miami Dolphin.
Oh, yeah.
Noob is pointing out a mystery team in Carolina. I agree with that because Carolina has a young quarterback. They could use our young running back. I just don't know if they would go from 1 year getting rid of Christian McCaffrey to the next year taking the same back and trading for, it just kind of seems like an odd thing.
And Carolina has Frank Reich, which was the coach that drafted him.
That is absolutely true. And
that is true, but the flip side of it is, does he want to play for a project or does he want to play for a contender?
Here's the thing. Jonathan Taylor has no say, Ollie. He has no say in where he plays.
I understand, but what he does have a say in, hey, you can go ahead and trade for me, but that doesn't mean I'm going to re-sign with you.
Agreed. But
so, I mean, if he really people want to think that I want to just put this out there real quick, all right?
Hold on, Ali. Before you click it, I'm going to say this. Okay. I would be shocked if a player gets traded to a different team, doesn't get a deal worked out, and then decides to hold in on the new team he got traded for. It would be an unprecedented thing, and then it would villainize Jonathan Taylor. He would go from looking like an empathetic guy that people are on his side to going, this guy only cares about himself. He's not a team guy. It really wouldn't work out in optics. Yes, he could have talks with the team and express his feelings to him. And any team with a smart GM and owner and whatever would say, look, I'm not going to force this guy to come here to play to not play for me. But if something like that did go on, and we found him sitting in and not playing for a team, that would be crazy, bro. That would be crazy. And you know who that Jags junkie is, right? Y'all know who that is, right?
Yeah, what's his name?
It's Roach.
Yeah.
I talked to Roach today. Roach gonna be coming around to yonder, fellas. Can't wait to get him around.
Yeah,
so let me ask you this, LCap. Has Jonathan Taylor's representatives or agency or whatever, have they called anyone else besides the Miami Dolphins? And has it been reported that he has agreed to terms or what a contract would look like financially?
I don't know that to be a fact. By my understanding,
so this is the reason I bring this up. The reason
is the Dolphins.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason I bring this up is because if he really was okay for playing for Carolina, let's say, why didn't they call Carolina too? Why didn't they agree to terms with them? Why is it all the stuff that his agency has done has been with the Miami Dolphins, and then the other team that was interested, the Bears, he came out and said no to them automatically. So that's why Go ahead.
I love now too that there's this mystery team that I don't understand why this team that is such a mystery, why they wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like
I would say
if you're.
the Commanders are more of a mystery team than anybody.
Yeah, I get we can speculate on who and what this mystery team could be, but why? Why be mysterious about it? You know what I'm saying?
Because they're in the same exact division as us, bro. I'm telling you, it's Buffalo. Buffalo's the only team that has not been named as a possible destination yet.
That could be the only thing, but I haven't heard a freaking peep of even speculatoriness on it, other than Buffalo fans trolling. Listen, I'll tell you what, if Buffalo ends up with this thing, I'm fucking calling for Chris Greer's neck.
I am too. I'm going to be right there with the torches and everything else.
I'm calling for his fucking neck, bro, if that happens. But I don't think that's happened. To me, this mysterious team that no one can confirm who it is, that's bullshit. That is the Colts. That is the Colts pushing a narrative out there, leaking it to Rappaport, leaking it to the streets of dumb sauce people that are gonna literally take that as, oh, we need to offer more. It's not too dissimilar other than the Cook and Jets situation. Cook was gonna sign to everyone he visited because the Dolphins needed to up their offer, and the Dolphins said, we ain't upping our offer for a 28-year-old running back that's got 10,000 miles on it.
I need to ask this, right? God forbid, what if Buffalo doesn't end up with Jonathan Taylor, and the report comes out saying that the Colts did not want to trade with the Dolphins; they wanted to trade with the Buffalo Bills. Would we still be calling for Chris Greer's neck?
Yes,
Alex, that would be a hell of a point because that's exactly what happened to Dalvin Cook.
No, Dalvin Cook got paid the bag with the Jets. And I'll tell you what, if the Dolphins, I'll tell you what would piss me off. The Dolphins have been after every free agent trade potential running back, from Barkley to Josh Jacobs, and fucking now Jonathan Taylor. And if they're gonna land no running backs, and yet every other team in our division lands running backs. That's a complete miscarriage of your job.
That's almost a fireable offense.
I'm saying.
Hey, we're almost at the 2-hour mark. Real quick, can you give us a teaser on tonight's episode 9:30, man? We got a real good one coming up.
Yeah, so I've got Brendan Tobin from Tobin and Leroy from 790 The Ticket, and I think they're just WQAM now. I'm not 100% on that, but gonna come by today. We're gonna chop it up with some Dolphins talk. I'm gonna ask him what he thinks about this entire Jonathan Taylor situation. I'm gonna ask him what he thinks about the roster cuts. Any surprises he sees it that were cut, how juiced up he is on the season, all that stuff. We're gonna cook it up, man. Him and I can't wait. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, ask him if he has any goosies. That's his catch line.
That's what I was gonna say. Which one of these is giving him the goosies is what I'm looking.
Yeah, my dog. All right, that's what's up, man. 9:30, man.
All right, fellas, I gotta get these groceries out here.
I'm gonna wrap this up.
I've just been listening. I've just been listening to it. I mean, Shake, you can take it all the way to 9, dog. You good? But okay. I just been listening all day on Spaces since Friday. And I don't really stick my neck out unless the people I'm hearing it from are super credible, because if they don't offer up the information unless it's been vetted on their end. And when I'm telling people that, hey, it's the Dolphins and 2 other teams, hey, both teams' offers came in lower than the Dolphins. That's what was said. Both teams that offered the trade for Jonathan Taylor, both of their offers were less than the Dolphins' initial offer. Both teams were going to then re-offer. Then they both. Happy birthday, Anthony! Long time no see, my brother.
Happy birthday, brother.
Birthday. Then I was told that both teams have now, at this point, pulled out. Now, meanwhile, with both of these teams, there was a third NFC East team being speculated. That was not the Eagles or the Giants, so it was coming down to the Cowboys or Commanders. I was told that they're leaning toward it being the Cowboys. They couldn't confirm it on their end.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was told. But I haven't heard any definitiveness of anything of a second bidder other than people talking about we're hearing, but we can't confirm. Well, where are we hearing it from? Are we hearing it from the Colts only? Because I don't understand why an organization would be in for Jonathan Taylor and not make it be known to their fan base, to their beat writers. Somebody would know. Somebody would know something. But no, nobody knows anything about this name.
Yeah, Cap. If the Cowboys are in, Jerry Jones's big mouth is going to say something.
That's what I'm thinking, brother. And I'm also okay if say the I don't know, the freaking the Commanders were in. Their beat writers would have caught wind of it by now. If the Denver Broncos were really in, it would have been caught wind. Just like the Bears were in and the Bears knew about it and they knew when they were out. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. I can only think that this is the Colts playing a game.
Hold on. I'm upset a little, like, Cap. Maybe they're doing exactly what Cleveland did. When we only knew about Cleveland interest in Deshaun Watson until Chris Greer said the door was closed. And that was in the 11th hour.
But Crypto, the door closed and Cleveland didn't trade for him for months.
No, they traded for him the very next week. That was after this league new year when Chris Greer had that interview and said they're not interested in him no more. And then that's when
I don't remember the timeline, Crypto. I thought the Dolphins were pulled out, and then it was weeks later. It felt like a football season later.
At the opening of the new year, the new league year.
Yeah, and the Dolphins pulled out at the trade deadline. It waited till the end of the year to trade him.
No, this was during March. This was in early March before the
I know, but Crypto, when the Dolphins pulled out, it was at the trade deadline. It came down to the absolute wire.
No, right? That's right. But it came down to the free agency period opening in March.
Yeah, but no, we weren't even talked about back in it again. We were sticking with Tua for the future. And then out of nowhere came the Browns.
That was when Chris Greer made it final that the Dolphins is not interested. That's when Cleveland jumped on the scene and swapped them up.
No, Crypto, how's that them swooping in? We said in week 8 we're out for Deshaun Watson, and then
we were still in it all the way up until the next season.
I got it, but that was months later. That was months later in which they could have been in talks with not just Cleveland but 10 other teams.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? We're talking about this time. I'll tell you what, if Jonathan Taylor gets traded in week 8,
but he only wanted to come to us, is what I'm saying.
No, he definitely wanted to come to us, but remember, they didn't
know the team because remember he held the cards. Deshaun Watson did. He would not waive his no trade clause. Was only for us. We were the only team.
I got that. What does that have to do with it being a large gap between us saying no and someone else
not to pursue him? That's
Crypto,
what made.
You're talking about two separate things right now. Talking about two separate things. You're saying that literally the Dolphins pulling out.
Coming that. I'm just saying that's what happened in the Cleveland situation in the 11th hour.
Is this feasible, like realistically feasible, guys? Could we go to a team like the Colts and ask for Jonathan Taylor and this Quentin Nelson, or no?
No.
What are you talking about? What?
You're not going to get their best linemen and inspect them. They're not rebuilding. What you going to get their new quarterback killed?
No, fuck all that.
No. I'm asking, is it feasible financially for the Dolphins?
No, the Colts ain't giving up their best linemen.
No, that's not what he's asking. That's not what he's asking, Crypto. He's asking about if they were, hypothetically, could we afford it, is what he's asking.
Listen, the Dolphins have been
We're
pretty
trying to
plain.
that ain't happening. They're not. They just got a brand new quarterback. They're not going to give the best offensive lineman just because.
Is Quentin Nelson even
he's
playing?
asking a hypothetical question, though.
Is Quentin Nelson even playing this year?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Is he? I thought he wasn't going to play this year.
No, he's playing this year.
I don't know. Noob, are you in there? Is Quentin Nelson fucking playing this year, Noob? I remember there being a lot of stuff that he was saying that he wasn't going to play this year. He was contemplating retirement. Anyhow, back to what I was saying, Crypto.
They're not giving
him playing. Noob says he's playing. All right, well, good. Yeah, I don't think they'd give him up. They need to. They're not going to fucking let their best offensive lineman go. No way.
Especially when they got a brand new quarterback needs to develop behind a good line. You know,
no
life.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if it wasn't a rushing quarterback,
this is what I've been saying. It doesn't make sense. If you say he needs a offensive line to develop, wouldn't he need a running game to develop because he struggles with his passing? So wouldn't having a play action help him develop with a guy like Jonathan Taylor?
Typically, you would be correct, Anthony, but you're talking about a quarterback who's probably going to run more than anyone on the team. You know what I'm saying? He's probably going to have over 1,000 rushing yards if he plays like he did in college in the NFL. Let's call it for what it is. The guy's going to
be
run
like
a lot.
Justin Fields, basically.
That's exactly right. In which case, you value the running back less in that scenario, especially paying one the big money that's disgruntled on your football team. If he was more of a pocket passer quarterback, then they would probably have already paid this kid.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying, but the way I was looking at it, if they wanted to help him develop as a passer, wouldn't it make sense to have a play action though?
Listen, I don't know what the fuck the Colts are doing, because if they wanted to help this kid develop, they'd be getting more weapons for him to throw to. Because I don't believe in their wide receiving core a little bit. But then again, this kid, Anthony Richardson's going to take some extreme time to develop and hone his skills. I think people forget. I watched him for the Gators. I know Shake did. That guy he is a terrible thrower of the football. He can launch it 70 yards, but he can't throw it 3.
Yeah.
He has 0 touch on the ball. He'll throw a 3-yard pass, and it'll take a month to get there. He'll throw a 13-yard pass, and it'll be 8 foot over the guy's head, and he's wide open. He doesn't really have good strength on his arm to control touch on it.
And you know what's funny is when defenses played Florida, that because we had Etienne's brother and we had another good Deontay Johnson. They loaded up the box so much they were like they feared his legs more than they feared his arm.
Absolutely they did, and they should. The kid was great at running.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not, listen, we've seen guys just like him with throwing the ball all over the field, get it figured out with some of these better quarterback coaches and all that stuff. I mean, fuck, Josh Allen, he looked a lot like Josh Allen, to be honest with you, except he's got more, moves running, where Josh Allen was just barreling over people. So, to me, again, unless they're going to bring the wish.
The wishbone?
Yeah. They'll give them some weapons probably next year two of that offense.
It'll maybe be like the father, the Colts. Who's the guy? Ohio State.
Yeah, they will have to be picking in the top 3. They will have to make a blockbuster move to get up to 3.
Noob, I know you keep saying that they love their young wide receivers, but I call bullshit, dog. I think they're just saying they love it. I call bullshit.
Pittman is still
locks this fucking door.
Isn't Pittman still there?
Pittman ain't that good. I don't know why everybody's talking about Pittman. Pittman's fucking what? Devontae Parker at his best day?
No, he's way better. He's way better. He's a 1,000-yard receiver, ain't he?
So was Devontae Parker. I don't like
Yeah.
Pittman. I don't think he's that good.
Seasons to get there. Took Micah Pittman only one.
Well. Devontae Parker never had. He only had Fitzpatrick for one season. So.
But he had a tour. No excuse.
Yeah, who? Yeah, Randy Tannehill.
Yep, both of them, and he had Tua. No excuse.
Yeah, I'm lucky that he's surprised he's still alive.
He had the left arm of God throwing to him. He has no excuse. He should have had 2,000 dollars.
Oh no, you're a DVP hater, man. You're gonna be inducting him in the Hall of Fame, so it don't matter.
Say what you want.
Devontae Parker's probably going to play 6 more years in the NFL, putting up the same pedestrian numbers. We're going to turn around and the guy's made $250 million in the NFL. It's going to be fucking crazy.
You like Albert Wilson?
No, more like Ted Ginn.
Ted Ginn.
Carves out a niche in the NFL, makes millions and millions of dollars, and he's there for freaking 18 years.
That's right. Pittman ain't no Leonte Carew.
Didn't he get thrown in jail for murder or something like that?
Who?
Did he go to jail for first-degree murder?
Leonte Carew?
Yeah. Garrett Grimes is right. We got Ted Ginn. Well, Ted Ginn is what he meant to say, and his family. We didn't just get him; we got his family too. You know, they were shooting up out there. What a celebration they had for us.
I think he's talking about Ray Caruth.
No, he's talking about Leonte Carew, the guy we got out of I think it was Sanford that he played at, wide receiver. I remember him.
No, Ray. You're right. Ray Carew was the Carolina.
Ray Caruth, he was talking about for the murder. That's what we was talking about, not Dante.
Oh! I thought we were talking about wide receivers that fell on their face and never did nothing for the Dolphins.
Yeah, but he also said, "Isn't that the one that was taken in for murder?" And I'm like, no, that wasn't him. I think he was talking about Ray Caruth because the names are so similar.
Yeah, it was Ray Carew for the Carolina. Yeah, you're right. It was Ray Carew.
Yeah.
What a fall! And he had great promise in the NFL. He just fell.
Yeah, so did Hernandez.
Yeah, and then this was another one. They talking about falling from grace. Oh Lord, them buds fell from grace big time. They were cast out. Great players, and freaking next thing you know, they're freaking some drug trafficking and freaking racketeering and freaking murder.
Man, Buddy was busy, huh? Holy shit.
What was that?
Yeah, I remember that. And it wasn't Greer making those picks that year. It might have been, but remember that was he picked up he went up in the 3rd round to get Leonte Carew. And I remember them selling us on this kid. I was like, man, he's big. We're gonna do. I don't think he played but like 3 preseason games. I never seen him on the starting roster.
He only had one good game, and that was against the Indianapolis Colts.
Yep, maybe we should see if the Indianapolis Colts want to trade for him.
I think I don't know. I think we should have gotten Brady Quinn. Maybe he'll still be back.
To be honest with you, man, Cedric Wilson is a good slot, a good what's that word I'm looking for? Boundary receiver.
Why don't
they should give him to the Colts?
Why don't nobody wanted Brady Quinn? I think Brady Quinn would have been a perfect quarterback.
You know, I pondered this same subject, Crypto. What would have been of Brady Quinn if Miami had picked him and he didn't go to the Browns in that terrible organization? And people forget too, that was at the height of the Steelers and the friggin' Ravens back and forth being the opposing AFC team representatives in the AFC Championship. It seemed like it was one of them two every other year.
And don't forget, Cincinnati was making consistent playoff runs in that around that time too.
Right. No, I don't think Cincinnati. Oh yeah, they were. That's right. They had Andy Dalton, and all three of those teams were rolling out top 5, top 10 defenses every single year. And Brady Quinn's got to go out there with the fucking Browns and get obliterated over and over again. I don't know if he would have been good.
I mean,
certainly
he could venture perfect with the receivers we had.
I don't know, but I gotta think he would have fared a hell of a lot better here in Miami than in that division.
Yeah, because the only team we was competing with was the Patriots. Who'd we
get then? Was that the Ted Ginn?
That was the Ted Ginn draft. Yeah.
Oh God,
that was the Ted Ginn draft.
This organization has missed so much, bro.
Did y'all see that Wilkins did turn down a massive deal from the Dolphins today?
He turned it down.
Yeah. I heard it's $23 million.
Oh, he's a Patriot by far.
He wants, the talk is he wants Aaron Donald money and stuff.
Oh, well, then he's going
that
there.
Man needed. He ain't gonna get that Aaron Donald money. Not with us. Not with nobody.
No, he's not gonna get that. But I say Sean Payton scoops him up next week.
Scoops him up. What, gonna trade for him?
Yeah, he's gonna get us the first round pick so we can get to Jonathan Taylor.
First of all, I don't know.
That's the first round that we can give the Indy.
Well, even if they do scoops them up, we're not going to give the Colts any more than what we're already offering.
No, because it won't be our pick. We just be conveying it to them from Denver.
I know that, but even if we got it, why should you give more than what you already are since you're number one?
Denver's going to give us a gaggle of picks for Wilkins and pay him. They're going to fall for the okie doke, and then we're going to convey one of those first rounders for Taylor.
Well, if it's.
And we have an additional first.
What's up, Big Nick?
Oh, real quick. I don't mean to cut everybody off, but Big Nick, this weekend, I want to hash out those details for sometime maybe next Friday to do that thing we were talking about.
All right, no problem. Just let me know. I'm here. But
I
actually
figured I'll reach out to you.
Listening.
I figured I'll reach out to you Sunday and we'll hash it out.
Cool. I was just listening because I was cooking, but I had to chime in because Cap, you gonna make me be that guy. God damn,
come get some, Big Nick. Come get some, dog. Let's go.
You think Brady Quinn had a better career than Ted Ginn Jr.?
No.
So why would you say that?
Fucking stupid. No. I'm saying I wonder what could have been of Brady Quinn if we picked him and he didn't go into one of the most touted defensive freaking divisions in all of football on a team that was, I mean, listen, it's the Browns. They were terrible before he got there. They were terrible afterwards. They've only had 1 or 2 seasons in the last 30 years that I can remember where they weren't the worst team in the league. And that was Baker Mayfield, and they shipped him right out, and they went right back to being shit when they left. So now we're going to see what they do now with Deshaun Watson.
I think as a Dolphin fan, I think as all Dolphin fans, as well as the rest of the, football knowledgeable fans, deep down inside, Cap, we knew Brady Quinn was trash at Notre Dame, man.
Listen. He didn't win. Nobody picked him.
He didn't win a game. He didn't win a game. He had a great defense, a good coach, and he was serviceable for Notre Dame.
They had that fire run game too, bro. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Listen,
I was so happy. I mean, I wouldn't say the Ted again, but I was happy when we didn't say Brady Quinn. I really was.
You cannot say that. He was shredding defenses up with that tight end they had.
Where he went at the end of the first round or the beginning of the second round?
He went to the end of the first. I think he was like
that. Yeah,
I think it was like the second to last pick in the first. I want to say the Browns had 2 first rounders that year and picked them with their second.
Who has the most iconic draft room photos, Brady Quinn or Aaron Rodgers?
Draft
Because
room.
both of them were sitting in that room by their damn self.
I think Aaron Rodgers because
Just well, he was supposed to have been the number 2 pick to us. That's why. We got
Yeah, they were talking about Brady being number 1 that year.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was number 1, but
Yeah. They were talking about him in the league.
But I'm a little biased because you guys know that Tailgate is one of my favorite Dolphins of all time, man. So I'm a little biased.
See this, Big Nick. I fucking love you, bro. But it's football takes like that that I gotta question your football knowledge, homie, because that is cap if I heard it. One of your favorite Dolphins of all time? Are you kidding me?
Okay, Captain, when I explain this to you, you'll understand why. It's so
Homer
petty.
and Homer. Let's go.
It's so petty. It's so petty, but it works for me. Who's my most hated team in the history of teams?
Patriots.
The Jets.
Okay.
And he became one of my most, because at that time they was talking about they had the corner who was rivaling Deion Sanders and shit, and I hated that guy. And he obliterated that guy.
Remus?
Yeah, and he obliterated that guy, and he just endeared himself to me, and I just fell in love with him after that.
Well, by that logic, you have the same amount of love for Greg Camarillo then.
Yeah, I mean, I like Greg. He didn't obliterate anybody, but I like him.
Beat the Super Bowl champ.
Yeah.
Yeah, from a former Jet, threw him the ball.
Oh man, you know what? This is depressing the fuck out of me right now in this conversation, dude. This conversation, we're fucking crowing about these terrible benchmarks of our history. I mean, I get that they're happy times, but if you really measure them up to what the real goal is, to winning Super Bowls, it's pathetic, bro. It's pathetic.
And Leonte Carew was not a Chris Greer pick. No, he wasn't a Chris Greer pick.
He wasn't. He was a fucking Philbin pick, wasn't it?
The guy with the glasses.
Adam Gase.
Not
Adam
Gase.
No. Dennis Hickey.
Adam Gase.
It was a Dennis Hickey pick.
No, Adam Gase. It was the second year. Yeah, it was the year after Xavier Howard draft.
2015 then.
And not only because he was the third pick.
Guy then.
He was the third pick, and Cordell Tankersley was the second pick. Yeah, you're right. And
listen, first of all, that Cordell Tankersley was gonna go good, didn't he get badly injured?
Oh yeah,
he was gonna be the guy. He got injured though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Another guy.
You know who else? Remember what was the name of that guy that was
Tony
a converted wide receiver?
Tony Lippett.
Tony Lippett, bro.
Yeah,
that poor guy, dude. He got paralyzed there or something.
Yeah, in the 2016, he led the team in interceptions. The year we
dude, he looked like a guy that was gonna explode in the NFL, and he broke his neck.
And it was funny. And he was 6'3" too. He was 6'3".
I was gonna say if it was close to him, he was gonna intercept the ball. But if it wasn't close to him, it was a touchdown.
He was so but remember he was a convert from wide receiver, and he got better. It seemed like every time I saw the guy,
didn't we convert
better.
Him? Didn't we convert him?
Yes, we converted him. We got him and converted him to corner, and he just got better and better and better. And that hit, dude, he freaking he severed his neck, dude. That broke my heart, man. I felt so bad for him. He had the world by the balls.
Leonte Carew, if I'm not mistaken, I think we traded up to get him too.
We did, and I want to say he ended up with the Jets for a little while there.
From Clemson, right? He went to Clemson, right?
No, he was from Sanford or something like that. He was from one of those. He was from a Northeast school that was like a prep school.
You sure? I think it was Clemson.
Yeah. No, he wasn't from Clemson. He was from Clemson. No. He probably would have worked out. Clemson.
No, he was out. He was at Rutgers.
Rutgers. That's what it is. Not
okay.
Sanford.
Rutgers.
I knew it's red and white was their colors. I knew it was red and white. I just couldn't remember which one it was.
Well, we damn sure had a first round bust out of Clemson. I'll never forget. One of the biggest, and he's never talked about as a bust for the Dolphins. And he was in the first round. Jason Allen. Yeah,
Bro,
he
you know
was.
why? Because they
And
double dipped
only
that
reason
year.
Saban picked him, because he was in the SEC.
Didn't he end up being a commentator?
But remember too, they double dipped in that position group, and that's why he didn't have to talk about it because we had what's his name work out.
Yeah, Rashad.
Yeah, Rashad was working out when Allen wasn't.
What I remember most about Jason Allen is that we signed a guy off the street, off of the other team's practice squad, a white guy named Cam Rowell, and he
He was
started over
smoking his
Jason.
ass. He was
He
smoking
started
his
over
ass.
Jason in a first round picks. Got lost his job to a guy that we picked up off fucking a practice squad or waiver wires or some shit.
Listen, I knew somebody else that I'd seen that with. Noah Himbenogany was getting started over freaking undrafted guys. Still, he's been in the league 3 years, and he's second behind. And my dog is over here.
Don't
trying to
worry,
get my
Shake. I got
attention.
it, Shake. I got this one,
Nah,
Shake. I got this one, Shake.
I'll cook
He was
you and
also
Shake. What's
drafted.
good?
He was also drafted at 20 years old after playing the
No, he
position
was
for 1
19 when we
year.
drafted him.
19 playing the position for 1 year when we got him. So that
You know
ain't
what?
fair.
That worked for me.
He played 2 years.
That story worked on me the first 2 years.
But
that shit ain't working no more.
But no. But this year he was playing with the one, so he it's not like he was getting started over. So I don't want that's not true.
Well,
maybe
he lost
last year
that
it was.
job.
Maybe last year it was, but not this year. He wasn't getting undrafted players being played over him.
Yeah, he was. He got 2 last year played over.
I said that's what I said. That's what I said last year, but not this year. This year he was getting. Remember, he played with the ones in preseason and training camp.
Well, we don't know if Bryce Walker gonna make the team yet, or whatever his name is. And I like Noah. I hope Noah work out.
I do too. But
I really do.
It is what it is.
Cause 73 look like he working out. I'm just saying. I ain't saying. I'm just saying.
By the way, I did a 53-man roster that's going to be dropping Wednesday.
74 is going to be making his roster.
Crypto and Shake did a 53-man roster projection that they're going to release after the 53-man roster, which is to see who got closer.
Yeah.
I just care about the final 6 after number 47.
Yeah.
We're down to 75 players right now, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we'll be the 53 tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be another 24 working at Publix by tomorrow afternoon.
Aubrey will get a job, though.
Well, at least you got him at a good store.
Aubrey will get a job.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why Aubrey will get a job. Aubrey will get a job because of the recognition the Dolphins gave him, and also the stigma on the HBCUs in the NFL. So he'll get a job.
I think they're really hoping he makes it to the practice squad. I think they're crossing their fingers. Did Agude get cut? Because I don't think he got cut, did he?
No, not yet.
I think he might make the team with Malik Reed getting fucking clipped first. Malik Reed got clipped immediately, bro. He was the first name that came across my timeline to get cut.
That was shocker. They was like,
wasn't he the first guy we signed when we got Fangio? He was the first signing.
I think they want to get him through waivers. They probably want to get an early start through waivers.
I think Malik Reed. I think he's got nagging injuries and he ain't coming back. It just ain't gonna ever happen.
We have 20 guys that we have cut so far today.
They told him.
Jamie and Raph are telling me that Agude got cut.
Yes, Agude did get cut. Yes,
bro.
Who's that?
Yeah.
The 20 that got cut was Blackman, which we knew he was getting cut. Freddie Swan,
obviously.
Chris Coleman, Kuti, Jerron Christian, James Tunstall, Randy Charlton, Josiah Bronson, Jalen Twyman, Jamal Woods, Josiah Bronson, Mike Rose, Aubrey Miller, Garrett Nelson, Mitchell Agude, AJ Johnson, Tino Ellis, Miles Dorn, Keydron Smith, and Mark Gilbert.
Yeah. So down to 70.
Papa Paul, you went to camp, I mean, damn near every day. How massive was Agude? How massive is that guy? Number 50.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy. I mean,
I remember seeing him with the other outside linebackers, And you look at Jalen Phillips next to Bradley Chubb, and you're like, wow, Jalen Phillips is massive. And then you see a Goudet next to both of them, and you're like, holy shit, this guy's bigger than he made Bradley Chubb look small. Now, he didn't make Jalen Phillips look small, but he made Bradley Chubb look small, which was crazy. And this guy's a rookie.
Yeah, there's a lot of surprises of who's been cut and stuff. There's going to be a lot more surprises, though. I mean, because I'm looking and they don't have. You were just saying, what's his name that you thought wouldn't have been cut? I can't remember the name you were just saying before I read all these.
I think you were talking about the player that was massive.
No, but before I called all the names, you said so-and-so was cut, the first one cut, the very first one cut or released.
Ari Miller?
No.
My bad.
El Capitan.
Aubrey Miller.
No, that big dude that we were talking about, number 50. I think that's the one he was talking
Yeah,
about.
a good day. Yeah.
Yeah, but who'd you say was the very first one cut?
Oh, Malik Reed. Malik Reed was the first name I seen come across my deal.
Yeah, and I'm not even seeing that name on this list right now. So that must be number 21 then.
No, Malik Reed was
47.
I remember now. He
Yeah.
was released.
Yes.
Because he's not even on this list that's under ESPN.
So
Malik Reed.
I think he's a release, not a cut, because they had signed a contract. I think they just word it differently.
Yeah.
But
But
there's
no,
some
Goudet
names that
is
I've
huge.
seen come out there. I'll tell you an interesting name cut was Desmond King got cut today. That could be a potential depth piece pickup for the Dolphins in the secondary.
Yeah. Yeah, there's. I mean, I have the list right here in front of me of everyone that's been cut so far from all the teams.
Yeah. Any stand out to you?
Oh, really, Papa Paul? Where do you get that from?
Under ESPN.
Oh, what?
NFL roster cuts tracker team by team. Player moves ahead of the 2023 season.
Any names stand out on there?
I'm looking. Carson Wells was cut. I'm just looking for names that I know. And
What's up, Todd?
Trent Williams got cut.
Hey, Papa Paul. What was
Trent
the
Williams get cut?
middle linebacker from Texas? He was cut. He was their captain last year.
yeah, yes. He got cut. Yes, I remember that.
Did Trent Williams get cut?
From
No.
what team?
Now, listen, this is just the first part of the purge. There's going to be another
Oh, yeah.
250 people tomorrow.
But that Texas linebacker had like 130 tackles last year. Was their captain? He's good. I was surprised they got rid of him.
Remember the team, and now that they've changed, they got a new D coach. They're probably changing the scheme.
Did you mention the wide receiver that was injured?
What's the chance that number? What's the chance that number?
He was waived too.
Yeah,
What's the chance?
he's not on that list. Yeah.
What's the chance of that number 87 guy from Kansas City getting cut? I'd like to have him.
You got to give me a name, dog.
Well,
You can't give me a number.
on the Colts, we know Kenyon Drake was cut.
I think Kenyon Drake's knees are shot.
Cap, you don't know that number 87 guy from Kansas City, that tight end, that 87 guy?
Oh,
Malik Turner from Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, I don't
he'll
think
get
you're
cut.
cutting him. No, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, Kelsey's a bum.
They They should give us a 3rd round pick in him to take them off his hands.
Right, you know.
Thinking maybe a 7th round pick or something.
Nah, they might have to give us. They might have to give us a 2nd round pick to take him off their hands.
Yeah, we got to absorb all that
They got
money.
to give us 3 first.
Kansas City's only have 2 people they've cut so far.
How about that number 15 from Kansas City?
They cut.
Nope. I don't think nobody want him.
Anthony
That's definitely cutting that guy.
Yeah, cut him today.
You know, the wide receiver that the Dolphins cut, he was wearing, I think his name is Cody or something like that. He stood out a lot in the preseason. Kute.
Yeah.
I like the way that guy plays the game. He's very physical. He's a little undersized because he's young, but I could see him as a practice squad guy for us because he's shifty. He moves nice. He's got versatility in special teams. I think they're going to look at that guy and try to bring him back too.
Dallas Cowboys haven't cut anyone yet today.
Hey, I heard y'all talking about Wilkins earlier. Did you hear the latest rumor?
Yeah, we heard that he turned down a bat. Listen, I've only speculated this, okay? And I gotta, if you look at with both years of franchise tags, and you take that money, so next year's franchise tag will be north of 22 million, right?
Right.
For a D tackle. The following year will probably be somewhere around 24.
It'll be 16 for his spot.
No, it won't. For a D for a franchise tag, no, it will not.
Yeah.
No,
they go by tiers, Cap. They go by tiers.
No,
It's 16.
They take the top. They take the top 3 guys getting paid, and they average it.
I understand
They
that.
take the
I
average.
understand that. Oh no. It'll be 16. Yeah, for next year it'll be 16.
No. Big
they
Nick,
already
no,
done
it
broke
won't. It wouldn't be
Look,
16 this year.
Cap. If they broke it down, they already broke it down, right? It's 10 this year. It'll be 16 next year. Over the 2 years, it'll be $26 million that
Who
we'll pay
broke
Christian
this down?
Wilkins.
Who lied to you, Big Nick? Because they're making you sound uneducated. And you're too smart.
Okay, well, I guess somebody can look it up.
You're too smart for that, Big Nick. I'm telling you right now, the next year's defensive tackle with Williams getting paid, Chris Jones is going to get paid, and with already the massively inflated Aaron Donald number, that shit could be all of 24 mil next year. So that number, and then the following year of say potentially 24 million again, you take the average of that, gives you about 18 million, and then add a 4th year. Sprinkle a little bit of incentives on top. I'm guessing that's right around where the Dolphins were at, around 18 mil, 17.5 mil a year in guarantees for a 4-year deal. That's what I'm guessing. And then they probably came back and probably said, look, we'll give you 18.5 to try to make you happy. But Wilkins wants 25 mil a year.
Okay, so here it is, Cap.
Well,
Cap, here it is. Here it is.
From what I heard, that he turned down 23.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's fucking out of his mind.
He turned down Justin Simmons' money.
For a 2 first-round tender offer, right?
No, so you're reading it wrong. You're reading the wrong thing. That's the tenders.
Okay, no, it's for franchise, right? This is how it goes. It'll be $20 million for you put the 2 franchise on it. If you don't, it'll be $16,732,000. That's
because
of no Pro Bowls.
I see what you're doing now.
No Pro Bowls, no All Stars.
No. You're talking about putting a not a franchise tag. You're talking about transition tag. Yes.
Yeah, that's how they measure the price. That's how they determine the price of the first round.
No, they determine the
I looked
price.
for you at the game. Me and MCJB were looking for you around the game.
Well,
Papa Paul wearing that orange shirt. I seen that picture, Papa Paul. I seen you in there, Biggie. But I mean, you're the only guy in orange.
Hey, do you all think that behind the scenes, like when they cut a player before they cut a player,
by the Dolphins tunnel.
Do you think they give them all a big piece of misinformation and send them on their way to whatever team they're going to?
No, man, because his agent got other clients.
No, I mean Like when we cut, let's say Kiki Kute, right? We're gonna cut him, right? Do we give him feed him a big old line of misinformation in case he gets picked up by one of our opponents or something?
I think you get that misinformation line in
if he
Colombia.
tell his agent and they know it's bullshit, then the agent got other clients.
No, Color. I don't think they fucking.
I mean, on a football strategy level, Big Nick, you know, like they go into their new team and they're like, "Oh, Miami's gonna do this and that," and we're like, "I'm gonna do the total opposite," you know.
No, you need to realize there's some agents that won't let their clients deal with teams. Period.
Big Nick, what he's saying is that he gives this wide receiver that they know they're going to cut a bogus playbook. So when the Patriots pick him up and he gives them the plays, he's going to have bogus plays to relay to them. That's what he's saying.
No, they got an equipment guy.
If there's anyone in particular you're looking for on a specific team, you give me the team, and I could tell you who's been cut.
I'm gonna hop out, guys. I gotta get ready for 9:30.
All right, man.
I'll
Be
see
safe.
everybody there. Make sure everybody hits the like button. Get the likes up. The likes are super important. If you haven't hit the like button on YouTube by now, you're just a terrible, terrible person.
Scummy wants to know.
I'll see you guys later.
What they call that cut down, coach?
Can you answer the question for Scummy?
The Turk, I think, is what they call that cut down guy. The guy that come tell you to grab the playbook. I think he's the Turk.
I think he's still. Scummy.
Yeah,
I think he's still be here.
Yeah,
that's brutal.
Yeah, he ain't letting you walk out with no damn playbook.
No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I meant any kind of misinformation.
I know, Carl. I know that's not what you meant. I know.
Well, I mean, like any kind of misinformation. Like, let's say if we know this guy's going to be cut, so we purposely let him overhear Fangio talk about something that's totally false. You know what I mean? Like, and then he takes that to another team that might pick him up.
Hey, by the way, Scummy, I think he's talking about you. I think Scummy's been seeing all the comments I've been posting up. Jermaine wants us to pay Scummy. Hey, you got a fan, Scummy. Oh, damn. Sounds like your dog is a fan of Scummy too, huh?
Even if it's something petty like McDaniel likes cream with his coffee or something, you know, something petty even.
Like mayonnaise?
Yeah.
With his coffee?
Well, I mean, if you're drinking mushroom coffee, I guess it might work.
Hey, yeah, actually, mushroom coffee is pretty good. That's my drink now.
Oh, you go with that's your full boat now, huh?
Yeah.
Hey man, I knew this girl named Coffee. She like mayonnaise all in her coffee.
Oh, that's terrible. This is terrible.
I saw that commercial and I was like, ugh.
I mean, that is Charles Barkley TRBL terrible.
That's terrible.
That's just terrible.
See, you so busy focused on the coffee and the mayonnaise that you missed the whole joke, Color.
No, I didn't. I got you, Big Nick. I totally got you. I wasn't feeding in, but I got you. I was suspecting. I was like, that was a Big Nick joke, wasn't it?
Hey, by the way, man, the Dolphin Thirsty is going to be on the Smoke Lounge this Wednesday, Color. So just so you know.
Right on. That's cool, man. I've been trying to work them in even for something. We've been trying to get together for a while, so it's cool. We got some avenue for him to get into the tailgate. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I am not 100% familiar with other names of players on other teams unless they're real popular. But does Sean White from Buffalo sound familiar?
Deshaun White? Yeah, I guess. Sort of. Sounds like a staple.
It just sounds familiar to me. And he was cut today he's a linebacker.
And that guy Kirk.
Yeah, you're thinking of Trayvon White. You're thinking of Trayvon White, who's the cornerback. Trayvon White.
That guy Kirksey was cut. I think he's an O lineman or something.
Isn't that Kirksey? Isn't that thing you do with your dress?
Yeah.
What a woman does with a dress.
But that's been kind of a household name past couple seasons.
And then, offensive lineman Adam Pankey got cut today from the Bills.
I don't know if I could bring a guy in with that name, bro. I mean, really?
Then we have a Pankey
offensive lineman. You said named Pankey.
Yeah, Pankey.
Yeah, Panky. We had him last
Panky.
year, right?
Oh, Panky.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we
I was
had
gonna
Adam.
say that's a little
What's
too
his name?
close
Adam
to
Pankey,
pancake.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had him
I thought
last
I
year.
recognized that name.
Yeah, I thought. Oh, yeah, that's right. Adam Pankey. What was wrong with him?
They cut Buffalo Bills cut him as well. So
Too
I
much
don't know.
hanky panky, I guess.
Our Adam likes the hanky panky.
Too much pancaking.
But I got the whole list of all the teams here. What's been cut recently? Up to date. If anyone's asking about any particular teams.
The Vikings. How many offensive linemen have they cut?
Let me get down here to them.
Everybody.
They've been having a pretty good offensive lineman program since Sperano got there and died.
They have one O-line, Josh Sokol. But they got rid of 4 offensive tackles.
What did the Jets get rid of?
The whole franchise.
The Jets. Okay. Quarterback Chris Drevler. Running back.
Oh, let's bring Strevler back, man.
From the CFL.
Running back Demira Crockett. Running back Zonovan Knight. Wide receiver Alex Erickson. Offensive tackle Yadni Kajusti. Offensive lineman Greg Sennett. Linebacker Nick Vigil. Linebacker Peta. Tomo Penu or something. Hell if I know. Safety Dane Crookshank. Safety Trey Dean. And defensive back Javelin Goudry.
Crookshank. What kind of a name is that, man? It's like
he's going to shank you.
Because he's a crook.
That's all they've cut so far.
May all those players get signed in the AFC East, and they all go on to have Hall of Fame careers.
Ain't none of them names qualify for the Hall of Fame. You know as well as I do. Crookshank, Big Nick. Can you ever really see that name in the Hall of Fame?
I just wanted to be so the Jets can say, "Damn, we had him."
Right? Oh yeah, I got you. I mean, Chris Strevler. I mean, same with Skylar Thompson. Not a Hall of Fame name. I'm sorry, you'll never see them in the Hall of Fame. It just ain't happening.
Well,
there's some names that you know right off the bat will never be in the Hall of Fame, just based on their name alone.
Out of everyone, Dallas is the only one who has not cut anybody yet.
Wow. Like that's a great example. Dak Prescott. I mean, come on. That is not a Hall of Fame name. You are never going to see that name.
That is not a Hall of Fame player.
And Tampa Bay only cut their kicker.
Martin Gramatica?
Little too old, Big Nick. A little too old, man.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
Although, hell, I mean, as long as the Anderson brothers went, I guess Gramatica could still be kicking.
Wasn't Martin the one that was it? It was 2 of them. It was 2 Gramatica brothers. Wasn't Martin the one that was having an all-world year? And he celebrated.
Martin Gramatica was the good one. Yeah. Martin Gramatica was the good one, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
He was like,
but both Andersons were good. But both Andersons were good, Gary and Morton.
I remember them.
I think the other Grammatico was okay. He played in the league a while.
He was okay, but Martin was the big time one.
Kansas City has only cut 2 people so far.
Which one was it that got hurt celebrating? Martin?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, kicking that field goal and jumping around and fuck the leg.
And he was having like a perfect season that year. Like he was awesome that year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Morton's brother Gary kicked for the Steelers for a long time, if I remember correctly. Big old dude. Looked like a linebacker. Y'all remember Mike Lansford from the original Los Angeles Rams?
Yeah, he kicked barefoot.
Yep, barefoot kicker, yep.
Yeah.
I remember the old classic barefoot.
Probably the last one that kicked barefoot.
Yeah, he used to be banging them out too. All weather conditions, man.
Mm-hmm. Even long ones.
Crazy. Yeah. Oh man, I wonder what happened to the old barefoot kickers, man. They need
He
to go.
didn't kick off though, bro. They had a kickoff specialist.
The punter did some cooking duties too. Kickoff.
I think I only remember one barefooted punter, and I can't remember who it was, man.
Yeah, I remember him
Well,
too.
that was me.
That was you.
Yeah.
I wonder if that barefoot punter sold his feet pictures on OnlyFans.
I used to play barefooted all the time playing football.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell, I can run like a son of a bitch with barefoot, man.
Speaking of which, man, we're about to hit the 3-hour mark. Any final thoughts? Because we're about to wrap this up. That way we can get ready for El
3-hour mark. The 3-hour mark.
Yeah. Just keep me in your prayers with this storm coming, and afterwards, depending on where it's at, right, I know it's going to be a lot of mess going on around here. I'm going to be doing some cooking for just anybody who needs some food and stuff. I would appreciate any type of donation. If anyone wants to help, you can go to the.
Oh yeah, everybody stay safe over there. Bolt up your windows. Get out of Dodge. Don't frickin' mess with Mother Nature.
Oh, I'm staying right here. I'm high and dry. I'm inland, but I got too many animals to worry about to try and.
Well, I mean, if a person
on a
knows
farm, right?
clear, full-headed what they're doing, that's different. But I mean, for the average person, get the hell out of Dodge.
Oh, yeah,
There ain't no reason to stick around.
I agree with you. Yeah, I've been through many of these, and I've never left any place.
I mean, you're never going to convince an old Florida native to leave, but
Yeah, no, I agree.
If you're a person that has any doubts, just go. Just get out.
But I will let you guys know what I'm doing as soon as this passes. I have to help a friend who I've turned part of my business over to help sandbag a bunch of DeVita dialysis first thing in the morning. So we might have to go through and try and find some wood to board up some places as well tomorrow. DeVita always waits till the last minute to get this shit done, and we got to run around like chickens with our head cuts off trying to find supplies and everything.
Hey, I got a buddy up in Illinois looking for Bears and Packers deals. I told him I can only get Dolphins deals.
Y'all have a good night. Thank you for having me on again.
Fins
we
up, baby.
appreciate your shit.
Later,
Caller, Crypto, everybody. Big Nick, Alex.
Appreciate it, Paul.
Peace, love, and fins up, everybody.
Be safe, man.
Yep.
Damn, should have cut down that tree a little earlier in the season.
Alex Renee Diaz, you want to do some final thoughts, my brother? I guess he's in the back. How about you, Big Nick? Final thoughts?
My bad. Hey, man, I'm just excited about the season. I can't wait, man. I still believe that we're the team to beat in the AFC East. I don't want to sound like I'm tempering my expectations by talking Super Bowl, but hey, man, I'm ready to go.
2 weeks, Big Nick. We're going to find out right where we're at, man.
And my proclamation is we're going to make an example out of the Los Angeles Chargers.
I'd like to believe that. I'd like to believe that.
Good to see you, Miss Fins, by the way.
Yeah, we're going to expose Justin Herbert. Watch. We're going to expose him. That should have been the Monday night game.
I honestly think Mike McDaniel has thought of nothing else since that game ended.
Yep. All right, fins up, fellas.
Later,
Fins
Big
up,
Nick.
baby.
All right. Later, man.
Joe, what are your final thoughts, my brother?
Hey, man. Go Cowboys.
Don't forget the Seminoles and the West, the Northwestern Bulls.
Yeah, the Bulls. We young as hell this year, so we're gonna have a bad year. And they're still trying to work things out over there, so we'll be all right. Not this year, but we'll be all right in the future.
Tell Jones the younger to give us a call for Mostert.
Oh yeah.
I got you. Hey man, Jerry moves at his own beat. He don't never listen to nobody.
You don't even listen to himself.
Right. He went on TV today and said, well, not today, I think it was yesterday, and he was saying, because they had a topic on First Take about what Dak not being told did
the tight end Sharp made his debut today?
Next week. He's starting on the 4th.
Okay.
Yeah, he's only doing Monday and Tuesdays for football season. So basically, he's taking Keyshawn's spot.
Real quick before we get out of here, what did you think of the new Undisputed format? Did anybody?
I haven't watched it. So they just picked up basically all of First Take's whatever Rejects. First Take got rid of.
Yeah,
because it was not Sherman. Sherman was working for Amazon, I believe.
Right.
And Michael Irvin was the third person I couldn't remember yesterday, Shake.
Right. Well, Fox will usually do that. Fox will pick them all up like that from ESPN.
I mean,
and then the ones that don't work out at Fox will be joining Jason Whitlock over at Blaze.
I mean,
what I find funny is that Skip Bayless today was saying that this was his all-star team.
I mean, they got to throw. You got to think about it though. They throwing shots at each other, like that's what it is. Like of course he's going to say it's his all-star team. First Take has always had a team. It wasn't just only Stephen A. and Molly. It was Stephen A., Molly, and the rest of the people. Like it was Keyshawn Johnson, it was Michael Irvin, Marcus Spears, and then for basketball season, and Ryan Clark as well. Basketball season, you got I can't think of all the basketball people right now, but so they have a squad over there of people for the seasons. But they don't really have it in Undisputed. So I could see why he's saying that, because Skip has always been him and
do FS1 do replays in the evening?
I don't know. I don't watch, so I wouldn't know.
Okay.
I know First Take does it right after the first show. It comes on, it replays on ESPN2. So I don't know how Undisputed schedule works. But
Tubi. You got to check, or Pluto. You got to watch it a week later on Pluto.
Actually, I got YouTube TV, and you know what the best part about YouTube TV is? The next day, I could rewatch the Dolphin game, and they give me two options. I could either watch the whole game or key plays.
Right.
Which I watch the whole game, because at the end of the day, who the hell are they to say what the key play is? You know what I'm saying?
Is that new? That's a new feature?
No, they've been doing that.
Okay.
Well, that's why I like NFL Plus, man, because you can watch the condensed games, which is just like basically without all the minutia between each play.
Right. So I asked you that, was it new, because I wonder how much of an upgrade it'll be now since they got the NFL ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So
like I don't care to sit there and watch freaking Tua scratch his balls 5 times. You know what I mean? Like, so that the condensed version just gets rid of all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Between plays.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's Peyton. Then there's like Drew Brees. You got to watch him lick his fingers 10 times. It's like, come on, man, just get on with the play, bro.
Yeah, some people like that though. But anyway,
we were all doing that shit when we were kids, like in the backyard. We'd mimic whatever our favorite player was doing.
Yeah, Marino used to do it. Marino's the first person I saw do it.
So anyway, thank you guys, man. I appreciate everybody who watched here, everybody that got on the panel and chopped it up with us. Like I said, in 30 minutes, the OG Tobin and Leroy will be here. You're not gonna want to miss this, man. El Capitana is gonna bring you a good production today, man. So y'all be safe, be easy.
Nope.